boot the stream again. Like I had to shut off the stream and then, re-trigger it.
Reboot. Why is that? What's going on?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Too picky. You could change that in a hot hurry because these places are all just overflowing with like 36 to 48-inch LCD televisions. Also, cable modems. My God, I don't think you can actually use any of the ones that wind up in the thrift stores. That one, I'm not even sure that's DOCSIS free, but boy howdy, do they ever have thousands of them. They also always have tons of speakers, which I can't even argue with. And some of them are actually pretty decent. Like this Altec Lansing set, this looks pretty decent. I couldn't get the grill off this thing, but I bet the drivers are actually kind of sizable. It's got some weight to it. Nice looking subwoofer down there. Somebody will be happy with that. Certainly happier than they will be with the Kobe that we got in front here. And for $8, yeah, that's a steal. Check it out, everyone. It's the least useful device on the planet. That's about it. Most of the thrift stores up here are just like this. Like 90% of what they have in the electronics section is just tired old 5-disc CD changers, iPod docks, DVD players, stuff that like, I mean, even if you're broke, you could just buy something better for the same price. You know, why buy a DVD player? You can just buy a Blu-ray player. They're both $20. So I think most of this stuff just sits until it gets thrown away, and they're just sort of keeping it out of habit. So let's go ahead and move on to the next place.
Nothing too terribly exciting at the Salvation Army, but right across the street is the always more interesting Value Village.
Now, whenever I go to this particular store, I actually go over and check the vinyl records. Now, I gave up on this a long, long, long time ago. When I started looking at these back in like 2007, you'd actually find stuff. And I really regret not getting a copy of Switched on Bach back then because they were really thick on the ground. But nowadays, it's been 10 years since I saw a single record anybody wants. It's just this completely forgettable 60s and 70s sludge and then Bob Dylan's greatest hits. Wow, a real record. It's not Herb Alpert. It's something someone might actually buy. And here's the wild thing. It's not ruined. I fully expected this to be cracked right just straight in two, but that actually looks playable. Can you believe this? Like, this is not the rarest record in existence, but I mean, it's a record at all. It's not Herb Alpert. I swear to God, I've seen thousands of Herb Alpert records since I came up here. I am genuinely staggered. Like, I still can't really believe this happened. I mean, I didn't buy it. That's it. Ugh.
Why was they discussed by Ready Player One? Like, to me, I don't mind Ready Player One. Like, if asked to, I wouldn't mind rewatching Ready Player One.
I guess this is Star Wars now. Huh. Okay. So the electronics section at Value Village is not that much better than the others, except that unusually, compared to every other thrift store I'm aware of, they actually will put computers out on the floor. And sadly, there aren't any today, but I did come in here a couple times and they had like 3 or 4, crappy HP computers on the shelf. And one time they had a gamer rig in here. They had like a GT760 that was just sitting on the shelf. And not only had nobody tried to steal the graphics card, but nobody had stolen the RAM, which I didn't think was possible. I mean, it was DDR2, which has absolutely no value whatsoever, but I've never seen a computer.
0.5 minutes trying to figure out if it's an inkjet. Well, I saw will buy a used inkjet.
that the public had access to that had not had the RAM stolen. I didn't think it was physically possible. So, yeah, that was wild. So yeah, sometimes there's just a thing, and every single time that you see it, you think, I should like
When
that.
was
I should be
that?
into that. I should love this for some reason.
Right now.
Every time I look at one of these Sony sports devices,
Takes
no
an
matter what
hour,
it is,
don't it?
tape player, radio, whatever it is, I
Alright.
want to love it. I want to take it home with me. I want for it to be.
He's gonna time at 30 minutes for
But I
Mom.
have to be honest. The only part of this that touches my heart is that orange plastic. Okay, so the thing you gotta understand is that if you're shopping thrift stores in the Seattle area, you just have to filter out karaoke machines, okay? There are millions of them and they're not fun. You're not going to love them. You want to be interested in them. The fact that this one says it's full HD and has a hard drive is unusual, but I know this is going to be absolutely deadly boring. There's nothing here. This is positively and completely Android. It's hard to imagine what Android could even refer to in this context, but sure, I'll take a look. So what do we got? We got our usual component, we got our composite output, we got coaxial and optical digital audio, and then we have
Alright.
score. Okay, I don't know what would come out of there. I also love the HD TV port. That's very good. Naturally, we've got our SD, we got our built-in Wi-Fi, and then host and extend device. Don't know what that's about.
What?
Host, that's good. And wait,
You what?
coin Huh? You can
If
hook
you
up
put
a coin acceptor
green
to this
beans
thing,
in, you
service
probably
plan.
should start
Yeah,
on
this
it.
thing is meant to be built into like an arcade setup. You're supposed to build a karaoke bar around this, and it's only $35. Oh, that's coming home with me. New friend acquired. Now, much like the television situation, if you need a monitor up here, we're set to get there too. Every thrift store is loaded to the gills with both 16:9 and
Funny how he
4x3
says, "Oh, it'll be
displays.
very
So you can
boring,"
often
then
get stuff
he
like,
takes
one
several
of these
looks.
nice Dells here. It's a great monitor for like retro computing applications. It does like 1280 by 1024.
Sorry guys, I'm
Nice
looking at my
crisp,
phone
bright
because
display, and
for
not
me to
expensive
have my
either.
phone
It's also
actually
the price
connected to
tag
my
stuck
cooling
directly
pad
to the panel.
as a little
And all
stand,
the thrift stores
I
do this
would,
religiously. They always put the price
well,
tag
you know,
on the screen itself. They never don't, even if there is a better place to put it. Like here, they could have put it on the speaker or on the side or something, but no, they always stick it to the panel. So after you get your $5 or $9 monitor and go home feeling like you got a real steal, you can destroy it trying to get the goddamn price tag off. And hey, it looks like they figured it out when it comes to the TVs. Nah, they didn't. So one great thing about Value Village is they've always got like Crazy Kevin's wall of incredible values going on. All these bags contain just the wildest stuff you can imagine. For instance, there's a ton of like here bro, here's your controller type game pads, like this Logitech one that I primaried back in like 2007. It sucked. Replaced it later with like a DualShock with a USB adapter, and that was about 100 times better. Headsets also, they just have tons and tons of crappy headsets. Cordless phone base, probably without the phone, Xbox 360 game pads. Oh, and then this guy here, this is a PC GamePort based gamepad, almost all of which are just terrible, and this one looks like a lump of modeling clay. That D-pad feels worse than it looks, and I kind of wish I'd bought it just so I can find out if all 4 face buttons and the shoulder buttons are all mapped to the same 2 buttons internally. They probably are. I also love the big blank plastic thing here that looks like the Xbox controller jewel with the logo on it, but probably does absolutely nothing. And if you're curious who makes it, this is a Joypad. It's like a government issue thing. They hand it out to gamers in need. There's a couple of these Buffalo brand clone SNES gamepads for PCs. Probably absolutely terrible, and the best part is there's 2 of them, which makes me think that somebody actually played 2-player emulated SNES games on these. So it's sort of like a here bro, here's your controller situation, but where you're giving bro the same controller you have. It's very equitable. Now, this appears to be an EA Sports branded here bro, here's your controller, but the interesting thing is there's a PlayStation logo under there, so I guess this is licensed? But like the quality of the injection mold looks pretty bad, so I kind of regret not buying this just to find out if it's terrible. It's probably terrible. I'll be honest, I wish I had the time to go through every single one of these baggies because I know that there's some wild shit in there. Actually, hey, check this one out. This one is actually a bunch of DB9 to RJ45 adapters that you can repin manually. Someone's going to be thrilled to find that at the thrift store and make a frugal purchase. I do not know what this is, and I will not be checking. However, 8 Candles Trading Post is the best name for an e-commerce website, hands down. Now we're almost done here at the Value Village, but there's one more thing we got to look at, and that's the collectibles counter. Often really interesting things here. Not really anything here today other than the one absolutely mandatory item you'll see on any Seattle thrift store trip, and that's the gigantic, overwrought, extremely expensive marijuana grow lamp. $69, bro. Now here's something your thrift store probably doesn't have. That's right, it's a self-checkout, so they can pay even less wages. Because jobs change lives. Well, that's good, bro, but still.
A bit of a disappointment. Usually the Value Village is the only thrift store I've ever been to that actually has computers on the shelf. And they're garbage, you know, they're always just total crap. I don't want them, but it is fun to see what they actually put out. Anyway, onward to the Goodwill, which will be worse.
The Seattle area has better and worse Goodwills. But the Quilla one is not one of the better Goodwills.
Now, I say this one sucks, but I mean, truth be told, there's a lot of useful stuff here.
This people started.
There's TVs, there's models.
What?
A lot of the same stuff as the other stores.
We've started.
Just not usually anything too spicy, and as you can see, it's kind of cluttered all the time. I don't know what that's about. Also, the speaker selection sucks. I keep coming in here looking for little like sets of computer speakers, but all they ever have is like mismatched stuff for some reason. Now, these little portable stereos, you know, it's not a boombox, it's a stereo, you see. I would love these things. I actually used to collect them until I realized I didn't have the space or the passion. And this one's in really nice condition. I'll bet the belts are bad, but you could probably replace them and have a perfectly nice little unit. Or at least, it wouldn't be much worse than it was when it was new, anyway. I wish I could care, but I just can't. Yeah, that's about right. So there's nothing notable about this at all, except I was staring at it, and I suddenly realized it says condenser mic, and there's 2 of them. And I realized, yeah, you know, this thing has a record button, right? So now you got to think about the idea of hitting record on your boombox and then just sitting back and talking into it. It seems like a Martian thing to do. So this thing caught my eye, and I just about lost it for a moment because it's a Pinnacle device that I don't recognize, and man, isn't that colorway fascinating? Now, Pinnacle made all sorts of like early desktop video editing hardware, so I was thinking this might be a breakout box for some real-time video processor or whatever. I got real excited about it, and then I found out that it's a Pinnacle Bungee, which is nothing more than a basic consumer video capture card. And in fact, this one's so basic that I think all it has is a TV tuner and nothing else. So this ended up being tremendously disappointing. Do you remember when I said that you just can't get away from the karaoke machines? You will never go to a thrift store up here and not find a karaoke machine. It will never happen. The karaoke is forever. So that's just about it for this store. We're ready to move on, but hey, wait a minute. What are you doing over here in the aisle, buddy? You're curved. This might be the best monitor in the store, right? Probably not, though. Let's see, $10, sold as is, no power cord. All right, what kind of power cord does it take? 14 volts center pin. Yeah, good luck finding one of those if you already have one. And I looked it up, and sure enough, it's just 1080, so nothing special, just not flat. And with that, we are ready to actually get out of here, because I got one more place to go to that's going to eat up quite a bit of time, but it's more likely to have something worth talking about.
Okay, I'm here at the RePC, and I cannot begin to give a thorough tour of this place. It would take like 8 hours. I mean, maybe someday I'll come here with a proper camera. and I'll spend 8 hours, like 4 days, 2 hours a day, just cover everything. But today's not that day. So let's go cherry pick a few things.
So you gotta understand, this store is my stomping ground. I've been coming here for over 10 years, and every time I come in, I see mostly the same stuff with a few deltas. So my brain just sort of automatically filters out all the stuff that was here the last time I was here. And that means there's probably a lot of stuff you'd like me to stop and look at, which just won't seem notable to me. And they have a lot of stuff. Like, here we go. This is an organ with a floppy drive. If you want that, they got it. Here we have a 70-inch 1080 multi-touch touchscreen. So if you need something to spruce up the apartment this Christmas, maybe stop in, pick that up. Okay, I have to admit that it actually bums me out that so much PC software has been preserved already, because all the crap on this cart, all these programs, like mid-2000s games for Windows Live type stuff, I would love to be able to justify buying this stuff and like going through it on a stream or something like that, but it's all online already. Now, on the other hand, this stuff here, I'll bet some of this isn't archived, like DesignCAD 3D Max. Hell yeah. And Extensys Portfolio 8.5. I don't even know what some of this crap is. You want to make videos like it's 2010? We got you covered. Cyberlink Power Director. You want to edit your photos like it's 2005? We got you covered with Photoshop Elements. We got a PhotoDraw 2000 from Microsoft. Never even heard of that. Office XP, the last version that was usable. A whole stack of Windows 7s. Turbo Floor Plan Home and Landscape Pro from the same people who made TurboCAD 3D. I'll bet that slaps. Then we got the Bruderbund ClickArt, 8,500 elegant images for all your creative projects. Now, sadly, I can't use this legally. It's a review copy. Either that or it's an art intervention. They replaced that kid's head. Maybe that was a decision. The Windows 95 core energy emanating off of this could kill a medieval peasant instantly. This is one of the programs of all time. Once again, if you'd like to make videos like our ancestors did, we got you covered. Stone knives and bear skins. Now, I know we're all gawking at those boxed copies of Adobe CS4, but I'll bet your ass didn't even know there's more to Acrobat than the reader. In a pinch, I could be convinced to use Office 2007, but only in a pinch. At any moment, I could be convinced to use Perfect Greeting Card Maker. I do not believe any video has ever been edited with whatever this is. Oh, this bangs. Plugins for Adobe Photoshop, a boxed copy of Genuine Fractals and Mask Pro. Outstanding. Nitro PDF? I didn't even know that came in a box. Damn,
Hey
there
there,
really is more
Bro.
to Acrobat than
Overclock, how you
wait, that doesn't
doing?
work. Now, the really good stuff is on top, because that's where the big boxes are. I don't know what Microsoft Picture it is, but apparently it was $10 at Sam's Club. Family Tree Maker, on the other hand, also from Bruderbund, apparently retailed for $70. And there's 10 CDs in there. 10 CDs, no. Professor Franklin's Instant Photo Effects. Man, why didn't I buy this? Right, because it's probably already, yeah, it's archived, of course it is. You people need to be less efficient about ripping CDs. Leave some for the rest of us. But boy, howdy, does this ever look like a program. Nobody's brave enough to make a program like this anymore. A program that brings your website from plain Jane to wow. I gotta say, there's something really charming about the idea of owning an actual shrink-wrapped copy of big box Adobe CS2 Premium. There's just one problem. It's an upgrade. Every single time I come here, I see this on the shelf, and I remember that it exists. A game named Jazz and Faust. Possibly the weirdest name for any game in history. Also, I love that although it appears to want to be a rich narrative experience, the back just tells us about things like multiple light sources providing real shadow effects. So you can tell this one's gonna be a real banger. Let's just take a look at the IGN review here. A painful rating of 2.2. Ugly, boring, terribly written, and acted out even worse. So yeah, maybe the technical stuff was really all they had to offer. Except the name. One thing RePC always has in abundance is speakers, but some days they're more abundant than others. These things are absolutely wacky. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know if they're trying to do like a Bose thing, something like that. They've got, you know, decent sized drivers in the front, like those 70s power speakers that all of us have had at some point. Can't remember if BSR is a name or not. But then they've got, just more speakers on top. Maybe they could do Dolby Atmos. Oh, and check this out. The roll foam might be gone on this, but the cone itself, look at that, it's translucent. I don't know shit about speakers. Maybe that's very normal, but to me, it looks quite exotic. Wonder if those are any good. Now, sadly, their CRT display is not up and running today, and they don't actually have that good a selection at the moment. It really depends who's working at the moment, whether they have a good variety or not. The other store has a bunch of 70s and 80s like color portable sets at the moment that I would dearly love to own if I had the space. Now, if they did have some like that, then you'd also be able to pick up this beautiful little TV cart to put it on. You can imagine putting your NES and your Genesis in the middle there, then all your games and controllers down below. It's just an adorable little guy. And speaking of adorable little guys, check out this little guy. Little DLP projector from Dell. And that is not a DVI connector. That's a weird thing called VESA plug-in display, which I think only showed up on projectors. It's like DVI 2, and you don't have any cables for it. So good luck ever plugging this thing in. Okay, it probably only does VGA resolution anyway. And if small's not your thing, don't worry. We've got big, too, at the exact same resolution. This is the only store left in existence where you can go in and actually find a remote for your TV or VCR or DVD player or whatever. Oh, these things. These are audio mixers, which doesn't seem possible because there's no ins or outs, but that thing on the left is ANET. It's a proprietary Ethernet sort of kind of digital audio standard. It pushes like 64 channels of audio over Ethernet cable. I don't know if these do the mixing or if they just remotely control a central mixer. Interesting stuff. I've always been curious about investigating that sort of thing, not that I really have any use for it. Now, both stores have multiple ADAT decks that have been sitting there for years, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't be able to throw these out either. They're so fascinating in concept. It's a VHS deck, except it records multi-channel audio. And yeah, what's not to love other than the fact that nobody wants to record on tape anymore? I mean, unless it's analog, right? This isn't even analog. What's the point? Now, these bins are great. I go through them every time I come here. These are just all sorts of converters and adapters. It's like this guy here. This pushes component video and dual channel audio over Cat5 cable, probably several hundred to several thousand feet. Useful if you need something like that. I don't, but at least it's here. This is a breakout box for an M-Audio PCI sound card. I didn't realize at first the card was actually in there. I guess if you had like a Pentium 2 or something and you wanted to add 4-channel studio sound to it, well, they got your number. Sick of all those cusses on the TV? Don't worry, your kids will never defeat this mother. These DV boxes are really great for getting video in and out of a computer. Now, there are better ways to capture standard definition video, but if you're trying to output it, pretty much the only solution that exists in the modern era, or almost ever really, is to just make VLC full screen and then put your VGA, HDMI, whatever, through a downscaler, and the results always look like shit. Not to mention you got to worry about like the mouse cursor getting into the picture and stuff like that. These will take 720 by 480 video and output it pixel perfect over component, composite, S-video. It's really worth your time if you're doing any sort of output to like VHS or something like that. I guess this Grace Digital thing is some kind of internet radio device. I don't know what its capabilities are. I was looking at it, thinking about like the Dell audio receiver that I was looking at a few videos ago. I was gonna Google it and see what its capabilities were, and then I completely forgot about that because my phone ran out of space because I'm an idiot. Now, this is not my first rodeo, so I know better than to go on a long shooting trip without emptying out my phone. And that's why I arrived here with 8 gigs free, which I filled up pretty much instantly. And this led to a whole comedy of errors where I found a USB on-the-go adapter after like 20 minutes of searching, and then I couldn't find any USB 3 flash drives. Everything transferred at like 500 kilobytes per second. And I didn't want to be standing there for 2 hours just to move this footage off my phone. So I had to buy a 256 gig Hynix SSD and a USB to SATA adapter and stand there for like 15 minutes copying the footage off. So if you've ever wondered what it takes to be a YouTuber, well, apparently not a brain. Now this definitely is a little spicy on the pricey. $400 is a chunk, but you know, they got to keep the lights on, and these things are getting rarer, so I can't get too mad. That monitor, by the way, is like a 1280 by 1024 flat screen CRT. Pretty nice device. But they always have a lot of nice CRTs here, actually. In fact, a while back, I bought one that can do 640 by 480 at 160 hertz. I didn't even know that existed. And then speaking of spicy pricey, this 386 is actually very reasonably priced. These things have become incredibly rare. People threw them all in the garbage, so most of them are like 300 plus, and this one's pretty clean and complete, so that's actually a decent deal. Okay, now I don't know from PA speakers, but my girlfriend tells me that Cerwin Vega is quite an interesting name, and these things are from space. I mean, check out what's behind the grill. This is all handmade, I think. Look at the metal caps on
Dang.
the just look like they're aftermarket. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about, but just look alien. This huge horn in the middle, the armature holding the dual tweeters up top. I mean, this is just unlike anything I've ever seen before. And it looks like it was built by hand. I mean, that's spray painted plywood. That's handmade fiberglass. This has a guy's name on the inside of it, okay? I'm really curious what these sound like. Every time I come in here, I'm disappointed that they don't have these things running all the time. I mean, I realize it would cost about $30 a minute in terms of wattage, but it would also make the place look like Incredible Universe, the only store that ever understood that buying electronics should be a memorable experience in itself. If you don't work in IT, it is really hard to explain just how many network switches are being thrown away at every second of every day. Also, just how uninteresting they are to everyone other than home labbers who don't need nearly this many ports anyway and are doing it just for the look. Equally incomprehensible is the speed at which businesses get rid of wireless access points. I swear they go through these things like garbage bags, and every time I come in here, there's at least 300 new ones. I wonder if anybody's even buying them. Most of them are probably locked to cloud services and can't be used anyway. Now this right here is one of the reasons I truly love this place, because you can't get something like this anywhere else. This is not a network switch. This is a network hub. If you know, you know. Okay, now I've been coming in here for the last year, and every time my eye somehow catches this box, and I wonder just what in the hell this could be. So today I decided to find out. Whatever it is, it's copyright 2011, and I've never heard of this company, so presumably whatever the hell they were trying to do here didn't work out. And yeah, opening it doesn't really make it make any more sense. The box says the conference phone evolved, and if you've never worked in corporate IT or telephony, then well, conference phones are kind of an ongoing joke. Nobody cares about them. They're theoretically better and worse ones. The problem is that you're never going to get anyone to actually use them correctly, so it doesn't make any difference. Whatever they're doing here is some real big brain shit, though. I mean, I think that's a speaker, like a wireless speaker that looks like a little charging dock for it, so you can like move it around on the table, I'm guessing, and it's got like a diverter on top to kind of spread the audio around. This appears to just be a phone handset. It's like your conference phone's got a phone, so you can phone while you phone, sort of thing. That goes in the square hole. And then these guys, I don't have the faintest idea. I mean, I think they say like mute on them. I don't know if these are portable mics or what, but they go in the square hole. And there it is. This is the monolith that we've constructed. I'm not sure why. I'm not even sure what. It also has this thing here, and at a glance, I don't have the faintest idea what this does. I mean, I didn't really see any plugs on the base station to begin with. They must be hidden there somewhere, but like, those are audio jacks and a pair of USBs. Not the faintest idea. So, my investigation has revealed very little that I didn't know before. It is a conference phone, and it is reimagined.
What was
Of
that?
course, some people don't have very good imagination.
That was the door.
You remember back when Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 came out in like 2020, and
I
you
could
couldn't
check out
buy a
the
flight
ham
yoke
if you want
for
me
like
to.
18 months? And I mean,
Think it's
any
been long
flight yoke,
enough?
even the
I
game
don't
port ones,
know.
people would spend like $300 on a
I
flight
said I'll
yoke
check
from
on the ham, but I never
1992.
said how long
Even
it was.
these things were unobtainium. It was absurd. People were basically smoking the wood in their pipes for like a year there, and I'm glad that situation's more or less
careful.
over. Although I can't wait till FS 2024 comes out and it all happens again. I'm
Got
getting old,
7
so I'm never
minutes
gonna be able to
before
accept that the Xbox One is not a current era console
other
that
stuff
anybody
is
wants. So it's always going to look weird to just see a pile of them sitting out here, just sitting. Nobody's buying them. I think this is an Xbone S. right? $145.
Can't take
is
pictures
that
outside 'cause it's raining.
competitive? I have no idea what these are worth. I don't know.
What?
We're not gonna look
Can't
at the
take
prices,
pictures
but
outside 'cause it's raining.
$70 just doesn't feel right, and nobody's buying them.
I won't get
The
this
Xbox
one.
360s are actually probably selling better because they can actually do stuff people want to do. So it makes sense
yeah,
that
that
they're
already
only
hit the
$20
time.
less, but it's never
What?
do not feel weird.
It's like already. It's already
Here, bro.
like nearly
Here's
10
your
over.
controller. Here, bro.
Heat wise?
Here's your- Okay,
Yeah.
now that does not
We
look
take
like
it
a
out
very good
and
joystick.
do you want me to
Man,
do the
Travis, why'd you make a joystick
blazing
this
or
crappy?
no?
Imagine if somebody
Uh,
named themselves after a
if you
joystick
want to.
that were only made
What's
crappy.
up to you? Whether you want to try it or not?
Now I'm putting it on streaming in a second on Java.
Why you want to do that when it's time to eat?
I was already thinking of doing so when we were unwrapping presents.
Yeah, well, there's only about 6-7 minutes before Mom's timer goes up on the other thing she had over there, whatever she was timing.
Oh yeah,
What about your
Okay.
cornbread?
I was about to say we can do the cornbread.
Hold on, guys. I gotta look about where I have this one mod for it.
You can do the cornbread. I thought it'd be done by now.
I didn't even put it in yet.
Didn't even put it in yet. I don't know how long it cooks.
Oh, the box is right there. It has to be at 420. Or no, 420, 400. 400 degrees. One corn muffin mix, 1/3 cup of milk.
Oh, you don't have a mixing bowl.
Now we do.
What?
Now we do.
I do.
1/3 cup of milk, an egg.
Didn't Mom do these? That's in already, right?
There we go. I can hear you better now.
I said this is in already, isn't it?
This?
This stuff.
Oh yeah, that's already in the oven. Make sure to get the backside.
Yeah, well, there's no slits back there. It's
No,
gonna roll it
no,
off.
I'll go over. No, it says for that to sit there for 10
10
minutes.
minutes, yeah, but timer's already being used.
Basically at 6:10. At 6:09.
Yeah. But you ain't got the cornbread in.
Where's the third cup?
Huh?
A third cup. Not that. Here it
It's
is.
probably in there. Usually a ton of them around. Nobody usually uses a third.
That's 2/3.
Half of that would be a third. There's a line there.
Yeah, but like here's a third.
Alright, I was gonna say. You see this? Where it's got
yeah.
the notch at? That's
I
a
forgot
third
that
down
in
there,
the
and then if you
line.
fill it all the way up, you got 2/3.
Yeah, they believe we started this right here.
What's right there?
The ladder.
Oh,
Imagine
you
if that was the
say.
name someone chose to go.
I don't know who left it out
Who
there.
decided to name themselves
And
after
why
this
is Timothy not
specific
claimed as
series?
Blu-ray?
Only a dumbass. You know what? Actually, I was gonna dig around in here and try and find some
I
more
don't
jokes
either.
and gags, but ain't nobody got time for that. The experienced drifter knows to ignore the siren call of MCS. I think they were a Sears brand, something like that. As far as I know, it's all crap, and there's never any reason that you'd want any of it. But they always do just a little something, just a little something that just drags your eyes over to it. You want to be interested in it. But you're not. Okay, now I almost walked by the Sakai 8-track recorder, and the reason for that is that I don't need an 8-track recorder. Even though for some reason I've been thinking about buying one for like 10 years, I would never use it. I've absolutely no need or use or anything for one. This one's probably pretty good. I'll bet it sounds great once you clean it up clean the heads, replace the belts, etc. But I just don't need one. What I do need in my life, though, is that elapsed time counter. Oh boy. Every single device needs a circular meter on the front, okay? Find a reason. It's worth it. Now, I got to thinking that I had seen some blank 8-track tapes in here somewhere, and so went over to take a peek over here by the cards. This is a whole section in itself I don't have time to go through right now. I was certain that this box back here was blank 8
Oh, there's
tracks.
no water for this recipe.
But curiously, it ended up actually being blank NAB cards, which is a more exotic specimen. It's like 8-track, but much higher quality and intended for broadcasters. And like in another life, I would have bought this whole box, but instead it's just an ironically disappointing find. I fumbled around some more and found some head cleaners, which are enough to turn on the panel lamps, which is surprisingly intact, although I think the program selector lights aren't. And you can hear the motor spinning in there, clearly not under any load. And given that I found rotted belts stuck to the inside of the tape slot, yeah, it obviously needs a belt replacement like I figured. So this will be somebody else's baby, not mine. All right, I've been ignoring these things for 6 months, and maybe I should just put this to a referendum. I don't think there's anything worth covering
Also,
here,
someone
but
will have to
maybe
take out the
you
Great
tell
Big
me.
Castle.
This is the Niveus Denali Edition Media Center and the matching edge.
It's only got a minute or two. I don't
just a
think
normal
it's
PC.
gonna
You can see it's got the Seasonic power supply. It runs Windows Vista, and then it's got HDMI and component video out. It's got a TV tuner. It's got like an 8-channel sound card. And as I understand it, this just
that's
pretty
mostly
much
done.
runs Windows
Sorry.
Vista, and you put
The
media
system is
on it.
slightly
It's
lumpy.
like
That's
a
good enough,
Windows
right?
Yeah,
Media
that's
Center
good enough.
machine. Nothing particularly special
You're
there,
not in
except
there, I
for it's
guess.
in this big, heavy, presumably fanless chassis. However, the thing on the bottom,
Yeah.
that's different. That's apparently an
It says
Xbox
this
360 that this
should
company
give
just
about
bought
6,
off the shelf, gutted, and put
cornbread.
into a matching chassis. And
Muffins.
that's it. It's
And
just a
it only needs to
360. I
bake in there
did
for
power
20
this up, and it's just a
minutes.
normal 360. It's just in this, presumably, well, it's not fanless, is it? So it's just like a matching heatsink chassis. Well, it's not normal. It's into a matching chassis. However, the thing on the bottom, that's different. That's apparently an Xbox 360 that this company just bought off the shelf, gutted, and put into a matching chassis. And that's it. It's just a 360. I did power this up. It's just a normal 360.
Oh wow. Just wow, so someone can get a non-Xbox 360 looking console and
How
people
long
be
you gotta have
just...
cornbread in?
I just said
It's
20
just in
minutes, like
this,
16 to 20.
presumably, well, it's not.
You
Yeah,
can turn it on, or you want me to time it?
Matching.
I already
heatsink chassis.
have
For some
it at
reason, I don't
400
know what that
degrees. I
gets
just
you.
had to
It weighs
put
about
this
10
in there.
times more than a 360, and you're just supposed to use it to play stuff off the Niveus Media Center, I guess.
I'm making sure I am
Should I
grabbing
waste my time on
the,
this?
the latest
No promises
enforcement,
either way.
not using any
just noticed
enforcement
these
for
are
any
incredible.
old parchments.
These are the Smart Buy, outstanding quality, outstanding value, Lucky
Oh,
7
shoot.
color
That just slid out.
substrate CDRs. True color on reading side. Whatever the hell that means. These look amazing. And the data layer is probably flaking off all of them.
Every time I come here, I look at the old motherboards table, and there's sometimes just some wild stuff here. I just don't need any of it. But the thing I need the least is a single board computer, and that, of course, is why I really, really want one. This is an entire motherboard. I don't know if it's like a Pentium 3 or a K5 or something like that, but that's the whole thing. Video card, network card, drive controllers, etc. But this is the one I really want. The Pentium 4 hanging off a card just sends me. Just absolutely just zeets me high key. It's ridiculous. The P4 is already ridiculous. If I were to build a machine out of this, it would be even worse than most P4 machines, and that's really saying something. I mean, look at the soldered on CMOS battery, for Christ's sake. This thing would suck, it would cost too much, and I still very badly want it. Every time I think about somebody using a static strap, I remember how this place has been just throwing computer RAM into these like polypropylene buckets for 20, 30 years, and the failure rate is like close to nothing. You're probably fine. Now this is the as-is section, which is not to say the rest of the store isn't mostly as-is. No, this is just the total chaos mode hellhole area. Here's a Spider 480 for calibrating your monitor. Looks new in box. No idea what it's doing here. At least the price is nice. VHS rewinder, alarm clock, Roomba.
I basically
There's
messed up the
definitely a
portion,
market
so I'm
for
just
these
gonna have to
items.
add mostly
Cheap
one big
Android
thing that you have to
8.0
cut from.
touchscreen point of sale system. These have been here forever. Eventually, these things will all sell. This is
You
the last
busy?
of my camcorder collection. I brought.
Thanks for help.
Put them on the shelf. Put $10 on each one.
Don't go nowhere. I already did.
Excuse-
I asked you earlier for help. You didn't hear me. I forgive
Guys,
you.
I will be. Guys,
No,
I will be right back.
Don't stay on there. I asked for help earlier and they didn't hear me. I asked for help getting out of the stove. Out of the oven. I'm on the stove now. I forgive you.
The cornbread is being made.
This is the only one.
20 minutes still or
For some
less
reason,
then?
people
I already
bought
put
several
that
that were
timer on
outright
there.
broken and said so. This one just says records won't play.
Okay, it's just sweet
I think
potatoes,
somebody picked off the
green bean
yeah,
casserole,
the other
ham,
cameras
and
there are
cornbread,
not.
right?
They belong to some other loser.
Also heavenly hash.
I guess they will belong to some other loser once someone else.
That's all, right?
Curiously, although the local thrift stores
yeah.
always have DCLS for sale, they're almost always bottom of the barrel garbage that's not worth buying. Usually very old or at least beat up and super low end. So it's nice that EPC often has decent
What's
quality.
the problem with that?
worth buying.
Seems like a
No,
lot
I'm
to
just
me.
making sure we got all of it.
I mean, I would have got cranberry
Oh,
if
wait,
somebody
what
would
about
have
the
reminded
buns?
me.
Unless we're replacing buns with cornbread. Oh yeah, wait. I think we do have cranberry sauce.
And at this point, I was pretty much
Unless
booked
we
for the
don't.
day. I hadn't found anything particularly interesting to buy at the EPC, which is a shame. It's really a crapshoot. Sometimes I come here and I leave with 30 things, and sometimes I can't
I
find
mean,
a
there's
single
no
thing
store
that really
open
feels
that I
worth
know of
buying.
that would
So in
give
the
you
end,
the
the
Dante
only thing
cranberry.
interesting enough to bring home was actually the karaoke machine, which is wild. Those are normally like brain poison. They're like a bellwether for a bad thrift store trip. You see one, you just go, let's go home. We're not going to find anything today. This thing was, so uninteresting on its face. I figured I'd bring it home, just put a quick clip here at the end where I just turn it on and demonstrate that it's a karaoke machine. There's absolutely nothing noteworthy about it. But it ended up being so different from what I expected that I decided to make a separate video about it where I might actually get up to some pretty wacky shenanigans, depending on how far I can push the thing. So keep an eye out for that. I think that's going to be fun. And if you want to get
Let's just say
a
that the cat
notification
I
when I
ate,
publish that video,
like
then
sometime last
consider
month or
subscribing to
earlier
my
this
channel,
month,
turn
was
on
that one
notifications,
with
and then there'll be like a
cranberry
1%
sauce.
chance that YouTube will actually tell you when I publish that, if it's feeling like it that day. But if you really enjoyed this, then consider supporting me on Patreon, like these people here are doing, because that's my sole source of income. It pays for
Nope.
groceries and gas in my car and stuff from Goodwill. I'm not sure how it happened that walking around in a thrift store for a couple hours and talking shit on speakers can be a job, but for whatever it's worth, somehow that is my job, and it's thanks to all these incredibly generous people who are making that possible. So thank you all so much, and to everyone else, thanks for watching.
Wait, what? Yeah, ain't no way. you're wondering, no Saints Row 2 jacket update. It's just... Wait a minute. Oh, please do not tell me that it's enforcing... It's not exactly... It's just... I possibly have to repaste in whatever kind of files for Saints Row 2. So yeah, it's updating, but it's not really the kind of... I don't think the Saints Row 2 patch could all came. It's more like, I think it just updated over the files I had in there, so pretty much next time, before I load Saints Row 2, I got... Well, actually, right now I could just do that, is double check the Saints Row 2 files.
Alright.
Yeah, pretty much it just overrid the whatever files it detected, but I don't know when I'll...
The ham out?
Yes, I just did.
Alright. I guess so. I don't know what else to do with it. It's not gravy. It's just water, Sprite, and whatever glazing stuff rolled off the ham. Didn't want all of it to stick anyway. It'd probably be,
that needs some diapers, it's the gaming industry because they're everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on the video game Rockstar
Oh,
Insomniac leak.
oh, what a
Today we're
joke.
talking about another Rockstar Games leak. And it ain't GTA 6. The entire source code for GTA 5 has apparently leaked online. And you bet that I spent the better part of the night researching this entire thing so I could tell you more about such a grandiose event. Now, to understand, I'm totally okay with talking about leaks.
The only reason why
especially with
Firefly is
this
taking
one is
so
because
long
there
to
is
install
no,
onto the SSD
personal data.
is just
As far as
because
I
so many
understand,
other things are
employee
going on.
emails were leaked out but nothing
In
like
fact, I
addresses,
think the main reason why is
passwords, anything of that
because,
nature. That
you know,
said,
Steam
though,
is the one that's taking the
anytime
most
personal
of
information gets leaked
the
out, it's a
connection
bad
speed
thing.
that's possible.
I know it sounds weird. It's
What's
because I
that
have a bit of the
before?
flu picking up. So to understand,
Probably
GTA
'cause
5,
somebody knocked
old
it off
game,
my table.
almost like what, 11 years old at this point. Well, it's
They've
already
been
past
doing
its
that 'cause
10-year
they're working
anniversary.
over here.
It's basically Rockstar's cash cow. Actually, not GTA 5, GTA Online. But of course, GTA 6 is on the horizon.
I got it.
2025. So what better time for, I guess, all of 5 to basically be leaked out, apparently. So let's look through exactly just what got thrown out. So in a few Telegram circles, you've actually gotten a few individuals who are giving out Tor download links. Now I'm obviously blurring these download links, just because I'm not here to spread any of these leaks. I know that at this moment, Take-Two lawyers are pissing and shitting themselves, and they are sending out every assassin they can, so I'm not ever going to get on the bad side there. But to understand, according to accounts like GTA Focal, who basically showcased a directory tree of the full source code of GTA 5, which includes code, core, the multiplayer folder, single player, tools, various batch scripts, and whatnot. This is effectively what appears to be the development product, the development source code behind Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, for those of you who don't know what source code is effectively the building blocks. It's what a program looks like before it has been built and compiled. Now, when you get a game's source code, you are potentially able to do a lot of things with it. You can better the PC port. You could probably port this game to other devices, like the Switch or something, right? Again, I'm extrapolating a lot. It's not as simple, but with source code, you can really have unprecedented access into the game that you never could before. And unfortunately, some people can take this code and reverse engineer a lot of Rockstar's efforts and probably see this inputted into other games. So Rockstar basically foots the bill for researching and developing some concepts, and some other people might just end up getting them for free. But let's go look at exactly where this hack came from. This wasn't entirely new. It's not as if anybody breached anything. This is actually a hack that has been circulating from 2022. So at the time, back last year, all source code assets for GTA 5 are available, along with GTA 6 documentation. Speak me in DM. The source for GTA 6 was not at sale, but they were clearly selling GTA 5. So 10 clown emojis later, they ended up actually releasing it. And one friend of the channel, VX Underground, actually spoke with the person responsible for leaking this product. So you can see how they proved that they actually had these leaks here. They give these 2 folders, one of these zipped up as GTA VSP, and of course you can see that some of these are 4.5 gigabytes zipped up, some of them are 3.4 gigs zipped up too. So these seem like pretty legitimate leaks. Now, according to VX Underground, they had a conversation with these people and said, basically, hey, mystery solved. Nerds were going schizo. Why Christmas? For real, because lawyers are currently out of the office right now. January 1st is when...
Oh, wait a second. I just realized y'all weren't hearing the music I'm hearing. I'm so sorry. Sorry that I left y'all in the...
So the actual hacker said not fully.
Sorry that y'all were hearing me just stream the whole time. I thought y'all were actually hearing the music.
Source code, untampered, full, and malware free. So effectively, that's basically what happened. Because this was already being leaked out by other unsavory parties, the less savory party gave out a fresh, clean, virgin, untouched, malware-free leak so people can, I guess, dig through it without having their computers ransomed or having crypto miners installed, okay? And speaking of VX Underground, I actually ended up buying a cyber bomb off of them too. So probably around Wednesday, you're probably going to get a video where I actually take like 50 million pieces of malware and see what happens to a flea market computer. The results are not going to be good. It will be the death of a product, but that'll be for a later date. So in amongst this leak, there was also other things like this GTA 6 Python script, which really didn't appear to amount to much, and a few individuals talking about Bully 2 is being part of this leak, which isn't surprising. Bully 2 is a game that was confirmed to basically be in development, and a few ex-employees at Rockstar pretty much confirmed that it was canceled. So this is not a game that's ever going to, at least in my opinion, see the light of day. As much as I would love a Bully 2, bro, as much as I would love Manhunt 3, these are 2 franchises that I think Rockstar will never take the controversy on again. But let's go dive into exactly some of the more, I guess, sad things in this leak too. So GTA 5 is one of the biggest games that Rockstar made, and it was the one game in their HD universe that didn't have substantial single-player DLC. That and Red Dead 2. So if you remember, back in GTA 4, Rockstar released 2 pieces of content, The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. 2 actual expansions to GTA 4 that may as well have been their own game. They had their own campaigns, their own collectibles, their own exclusive gameplay features. These were effectively 2 separate Grand Theft Auto games released and bundled into one big game. So obviously you can see having 3 characters in GTA
Yes!
would translate over to the Rockstar probably playing around with the idea of 3 switchable characters.
I ain't seen no white stuff out there.
However, Rockstar also worked on Red Dead Redemption 1.
Oh
now,
shit, that's not what I'm
It's
wanting to
53,
do.
yeah.
Red Dead Nightmare.
No
which
white
is
stuff out there.
If that's true, that's what I'm seeing the white stuff out there.
It don't even
That's
look
what
like
the
it's gonna get
Vlogs
cold
is
enough till maybe next week.
Amazing Wild West open
For
world
New
game that
Year's.
absolutely
That's
can
what
stand
I'm
on
not-
its own,
because
and it
I don't want
does
to be
as
unusual.
its standalone
And
release.
that thing is gonna
So
off.
Rockstar actually had
What was the
pieces
timer
of
for,
single-player
Matt?
DLC that they were going to release for GTA 5,
Stove timer,
but
Matt.
never ended up coming out. So these actually
What's it
include
for?
That's
things
it.
like SP Assassination, which is the assassination
I
pack.
could leave
Whoa,
the
Pro,
phone,
what's
too.
it for?
SP Manhunt.
I don't have any more.
Oh,
Oh,
God, what I wish this was an
Oh,
actual
Pro.
reference to Manhunt of the franchise.
but I
And of
could
course,
get
it's
some
not.
more.
So to
Oh,
understand the assassination pack, I don't really see anywhere in the final game.
Ah, it's not
but
nighttime?
The Manhunt pack were the
Damn
only
it.
thing close to Manhunt that we
I
got.
better go get some
was a
stuff
few
so that
cosmetics in
I
GTA
need to go
Online.
down there
That's
until
it.
Yeah,
and not come
I'm
back
in.
until I get like.
Not a bit of missions added.
Oh,
at
wait,
all.
wait, wait,
Then you
wait,
had the
wait,
GTA
wait,
5
wait. I need
SP
some more
Norman
food.
pack, which apparently
cannot
is
go
supposed to be a
without
zombie
food.
a zombie.
But no,
game
it's
with
actually
Michael,
nighttime
which,
for
again,
me to be able to
zombies in
sleep.
GTA 5 would be killer. Okay. Thankfully,
There you are.
And then this is where I go AFK.
Now, let me know you're going out. Not that I would say no, I just need to know so I'm not looking for you.
After your mom was, not you.
Lord, thank you, Darren Holmes, to down.
Here be everyone.
Matt,
Yeah. I was
is the
about to.
cornbread?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the way you made it?
or
Okay.
at least.
I
that
did
it-
make the
it
seconds,
never
but
ended up
I was
getting
doing
this iron
gigantic
zombie
hoops, and
expansion.
then it just.
Then you had
it's just
DLC
buckets,
Agent
Thank you,
Fred.
Darren
was for
Holmes,
that,
to
right?
thank you.
Apparently,
Yeah.
from what I
So
understand,
now
ended up
everything's-
being
yeah.
the Doomsday
Oh,
heist
sorry,
for
thank you.
GTA Online. Which
Now
I guess is
everything's
supposed to be
done,
single player
right?
Anyways,
Well,
but
I'd
it's
say
Guys, tell
it's
us
true.
what's
at least we
Listen
got
to-
the game.
Oh,
piece
yeah.
and
Want
set.
to.
Then you had the
You think you
GTA 5
can, or
relationship
whether
pack.
you
I
want
don't know
it
if they were
cool.
inspired by
That's so
fucking
long
A
way.
little bit.
Maybe I could take my boys out
We
and
could
film my
get it.
relationship index up.
Because
I
I
don't
get
know.
something right
Would be
here.
cool.
Yeah, I
Then
maybe.
you had the
a
GTA
new
5
different
SP
with the
Enterprise
Coke,
pack,
Oops.
which if that sounds anything
Brush.
like a full
How it's
game,
On the
it
way.
would probably be
Yeah,
Executive
coming
and
tomorrow.
Enterprises DLC.
So
Where you
they,
CEO
Come in
or
tomorrow what?
They were just
So they
stealing
don't
packages and
wait.
selling them. Maybe that got diminished to just
What?
another online grind. Then the last two actually hurt the most, which is DLC Prologue. So this is
I know
GTA
it's
5
not
Prologue
slimy.
DLC. If you don't remember,
Right.
the first part of GTA 5 was in the city of North Yankton. So that's where the
That's
game
what I
started.
said.
And there was a small area that you could kind of free roam in, very barely. If that was
Me is
included as the
food
DLC,
for potatoes.
boy, it would be sick. I would
And-
love to
and the
have a
trainer there,
prologue
the black
heist
thing
as
sticking
part of the
up.
main expansion. That would be sick. New area to cause mayhem. Then you've got
it's
DLC
slimy.
Liberty 5.
I know what. I
And
know.
this is apparently supposed to be all of Liberty City ported over to GTA 5. Now there were rumblings about
Where's the
this happening
other-
in GTA Online, and there was a period earlier on where
Oh, somebody
Rockstar
got
was taking
messed.
out entire map mods like GTA
Maybe she
Underground,
was using it,
Liberty
I don't
City,
know.
State of
Oh,
Liberty,
you
City,
cornbread is
GTA
ready.
5 on San Andreas, Vice Cry, and a bunch of other
Alright.
map mods for older GTA games and GTA 4 and 5, where I guess apparently it was all based on their assets.
what are you
In
telling
some
me?
cases, things like Vice Cry were apparently fully original mods, no converted
Alright,
assets.
then I
Still,
can move
Take-Two
on.
and their legal team went out of their way to take these mods down, and for a while we thought maybe it's because they were remaking 3 original games, which they did. But for people who were part
No,
of
next week in a
GTA
few days,
5
if an
Online,
Amazon
right,
package
maybe
comes
there
in,
was a
it's
Liberty
fine,
City
it's
expansion
okay.
coming across at some point. Look, at the end of the day, the biggest sad part about this is GTA Online cost us a lot of single-player DLC that could have.
Guys, I completely forgot about recharging my gaming mouse, so now my gaming mouse is recharging.
GTA 5 single player. I think it's a great single player in the first place. And damn if people will hate me for saying that. I enjoy it. One of my favorite movies is Heat. GTA 5 is like the playable version of that movie, as close as I'm ever gonna get.
That's it.
And when it comes to the
I'm not saying
DLC,
that she
obviously
tried
would
that
I'd
quick,
love
it's
to go
more
back
like,
to Liberty City?
coincidentally, she did
Would I
arrive
love
at
to
time for
engage
dinner
in
was
the prologue? Absolutely. Does some of the online
Yeah.
take away that single player DLC?
You're
Absolutely.
right.
And it seems like for a lot of
She
those
could have done
expansions
that
that didn't come out for the solo players, it didn't
No.
somehow show up for GTA
Mom
Online. And of
texted
course, we
me
can
saying
debate the
I was
quality of that.
already on the way
Obviously,
here
GTA Online is a
when
pretty
Mom
hot button
texted
issue
me
for
saying
players in this
everything is
community because
done.
you either love Rockstar for putting all of their time and effort into the online service, or you fucking hate them for doing that and basically costing us expansion.
So guys, my mouse is now the only wireless mouse I'm using. I have it hooked into my cooling pad. So I'm literally sending inputs through my cooling pad.
You
for
need
the
all of
mouse.
this, don't you?
Probably not. And unless you get these outdated
sure
bonds
she
where
needs
you
some.
can actually
She
add
doesn't agree
Liberty
with
City,
Castle, but
it
she
should not
does
be
eat
that
ham,
close to
cornbread,
Los Santos.
and
But
Nope.
this is probably
I don't
the
eat
only
sweet
way you're going to
potatoes.
get access to
That's
Liberty
food
City
here.
on the PC version, and you somehow mod the maps in.
I know it.
Should
What
really be
boom?
promoting that. I don't know if Take
I
Two
just
is fine with
did!
me saying it. I kind of already don't care.
I watched it and left it in the bowl after I was
For
done.
instance, with Red Dead
Look
Redemption 2 very recently,
Sure.
they got a mod.
Go
where they
ahead.
finally
I just did it, though.
Should I wash
Mexico
a
into
fork
the
with
game,
a
and it
ham?
seems to be a pretty good mod. I mean, even the
Oh.
goddamn interiors. look
Yeah,
good.
you'll need one. I forgot I
mean,
kept
they
the one that I
literally
had
have
over
everything
that
modeled
I was about to
over.
say, you didn't leave
So
shit
the
there.
fact that PC
No.
players can finally re-add content
Sorry.
that should have probably
It's
been in
all
the game
good.
to begin with is just great. However, the really scary part about all of this,
Yeah,
ladies and
What's
gentlemen,
on the way?
is the
Well,
fact
yeah,
that we
tomorrow.
only have four something
When
gigs
you
of
buy
storage.
them.
There's
When
apparently
you
a
got- when you
discussion
gave
right
me
now
the
where
money.
200
Well, that was nice,
gigabytes
dear.
of source code information could be released.
Thank you.
And 200 gigabytes, that is a lot of
Oh, yeah.
actual leaks.
I know what
Okay,
it
that is
Hey,
probably
there's actually a
from
few
GTA
different
5,
modes on the
maybe
headset.
even
Megan.
maps
So I can-
or
He knows what it is.
bully
Can I see?
games that will never see the
I
light of
showed
day.
you the day
Apparently,
that we
there is
were
an entire
waiting for
map of
that to
Agent,
happen.
Shit!
the most canceled Rockstar
What?
What?
I watched this for him, and then I poked into my potatoes and ate from it.
floating around too. So there has been a lot of
Second point,
leaks that
that
have
was
come out of
fantastic.
it.
That's why I kept it, because I grabbed it and ate some of the green beans. And I said, well, I better keep this pork.
This ham is cursed and not have
I
soup
for one
there.
don't find a moral issue with looking at the leaks of Bully 2. Because, you know, Rockstar's never going to make it, so you might as well see what they did make. And that's
Well, I don't taste any salt in this at all, dear.
Wait, earlier, what?
You shouldn't like this. I don't taste any salt in it
people
at
have
all.
obviously started speculating.
Maybe.
Maybe our minds
Maybe not. You're
Oh,
touchier
you
than
can
me.
literally end up
Such a
with
I like
weird
that
thing to say,
juice.
is if
Okay.
GTA 5 was
Why did you have it on cold? No wonder why I never heated up. It should have been by now. I'm not trying to freeze my fingers. I'll go outside for that.
It ain't that cold.
If you get what I mean.
It's just raining.
come up already being done anyways, okay? Alright,
Yeah, it's only 53, that's
yes,
all.
they're still in
If
your
it's
system.
true.
Yes, they're doing
That's
national
right, close
through
enough.
GTA
This will
5.
be used
And you know
for the
what? Before
motherfucking
Rockstar
ham.
started switching to IP relays, they could just
Oh,
grab your IP
right.
and DDoS you anytime you wanted. GTA has always been an unsafe game to play online, in my opinion. If you want any safe GTA, go play 5M. Go wait for GTA 6 to drop and pray. I mean, really pray that Rockstar fixes their network shit by then. But if you're playing on consoles, which at this point you probably should, because there's exclusive content for the consoles that will never show up on PC apparently, you might as well stick playing there. Nothing discovered in the source code is going to cause you harm, as far as I understand with the console.
Oh, I know.
Because they're such
Yeah.
The only time I'll actually attempt to
Yeah,
watch
okay.
a green bean is this castle.
games
I got you,
running
Megan.
modified code on
I
currently
got him.
updated PlayStations and Xbox. But yeah, GTA 5 source code has been leaked, and there's been a lot to talk about. There's been a lot of interesting content. There's actually been a few calls to something known as GTA Tokyo, which might have been a very serious release in another country under the GTA umbrella. But again, the factuals on that is something I'm still kind of laying down. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah,
That thing is
interesting
not
leak.
needed telling
And
us.
is it going to cause delays for GTA 6?
Well,
I
now-
don't think so. A lot of the stuff is GTA 5, and a lot of it is very, very old stuff that doesn't really have anything to do with GTA 6. It would be one thing if the entire plot details for GTA 6 got definitively leaked. Huge chunks of the gameplay, shit, even a playable build, for crying out loud. If that got
Matt,
leaked,
you want me to
then
wake
sure, I
up
could
when
probably
my
see a
stuffing
delay
isn't
for
here
Rockstar
yet.
to go back to the drawing board and start really changing things around. But
For
for now,
what?
GTA 5 is
Doing
already
things
such old
video
news. For
about
the game to finally be
other
leaked in its
people's
entirety,
not
apparently, I don't think anything is going to happen. Obviously, it's a pretty bad day for Rockstar because if you
But
have
Brennan
worked on
Cornbread is
projects like this and you are sitting on source
Not
code that,
bad.
again, you spent time and money researching and
What are you
building,
complaining
it does
about?
suck to see it now slowly, like, freely flow on the internet, so to speak. With that said, I'm going to make some chicken soup. I'm going to try working this glue off, and I'm going to play with a Cyberbot. That being said, this is me, Mutahar, and
Oh, you were not here, right? I thought your Aunt Robin said Merry Christmas to you, Megan.
Why
Well,
can't you
it pos-
text me?
Well, yeah, on Facebook.
I have a messenger.
When? She's not home. She's at Steve's daughter's house. It's hard to keep on. It's hard to get on the video chat, like I called you, and there's hardly signal.
Well, I was in the car. I'm late.
No, I mean talking about Robin. It's hard to get a signal. Him and House is in there too. I made three because I made a mistake on one. The big silver ball is without coconut. Let everybody know.
Alright, guys, I'm back after getting my
Big
dinner.
what?
I made 3 bowls and a heaven house. Told you earlier.
Yeah, but the big which one?
Silver bowl.
Metal bowl, you mean? That one?
Yeah, silver.
So, Red Dead is still downloading.
It's got no coconut in it.
Okay.
I'm thinking that, if possible, let's try out some Days Gone. Oh, fine. All of a sudden I know where Red Dead is just done. So yeah, either Days Gone or Red Dead, like which game those are seeing me right now, which game would you guys like me to launch up? Red Dead, Days Gone, Sleeping Dogs, Watch Dogs 2.
What version of a game do y'all want me to murder people in with guns?
Oh god.
I put often, Doug.
I'm over here knocking people out with the elements while you're playing out the Glock 19 point trigger.
Dude,
Dude,
when it comes to Grand Theft Auto case, I either choose a SMG or a AK-47 kind of thing, or
Dude.
something more military grade.
Dude, I'm just trying to be angry
In
with
other
it.
words, Austin can't hit the side of a barn if it ain't automatic.
I basically just.
I can fire off
Dude!
a gun in these games like a basic pistol,
Holy shit, you're talking.
but something that's
Dude,
what?
I'm over here just trying to be angry with a master of all elements while you're here being Sokka when he found gunpowder. I am back. Excuse me.
Excuse me, guys. Another thing I'd like to do is to make sure Upper Jacks is in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Using much or any
Yeah.
kind of CPU power.
Look at that. The
Well,
sugar
it may
game's
not
already
be-
ready. Hot damn.
Well, guys, I don't know if we could even play, like,
Hello,
I wish to
Mr.
watch out something,
Creeper.
but seeing as
How you
so much the
doing?
CPU is being
Fuck
used, and I
you.
think it's being used so much because,
Fuck you. Fuck you.
wait, are you,
And the last F you. There we go. not dead,
what
don't
are
worry.
you meaning here, Pro?
Nobody has to worry, I'm not dying today.
Which reminds me of this one song that I wish to
Yeah,
play.
I know. Like that.
Like, you know, Not Gonna Die Tonight by Skillet.
I don't know where's your teddy bear at. He's not an issue.
Let's see here. Let's see. I'm only doing this just to. Let's see.
I don't care for copyright.
Anyone let you know that food is ready?
Hello, zombie.
What? Okay, well, food is ready.
It seems like I think a whole bunch of CPU usage is because of Grand Theft Auto 5 is being, you know, downloaded. So, dang it, what can I pull up for all of us to enjoy watching without causing Twitch to have a little fit?
Ooh, diamonds. Gotta make sure that no mobs can actually spawn over here. Two, three, just three. Interesting. Ooh, even more diamonds. That marks 4. Sayonara.
Let's see here. What does Dubus Goobus? I mean, yeah, Dubus Goobus have as latest thing. Yeah, I decided. So okay.
Ooh, zombie spawner. Watermelons, pumpkin seeds, saddle, horse armor, another saddle, more horse armor, beetroot seeds, even more bones, string, and a bucket. Huh? Oh, yeah, I was already going through here. I lived this place out so that I didn't have to deal with the mobs. Hello, mobs, how you doing? You can't hit me because I won't let you. Ooh, very nice area. Oh my gosh! No! That's right, fight each other! It's a Battle Royale mode against mobs. Damn. Zombie's gonna win.
Oh no, 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 dang it. Now the mouse I was trying to use while my gaming mouse is recharging suddenly farted. Let's
And that
see
is all I
here.
need.
What to do.
Like, maybe that song two times. Hold up. up, Inonori Genshin player? How you doing? Hello there, trader. You have nothing I want. That's not a surprise. Hey, Sai.
I a little bit heard you, bro. What's up?
Take this and this. Sai.
Hold on, guys. I have to. Let's see. Gotta hook in this one USB receiver. Okay, we're good to go, guys. Let me just hold on. Yes, what is it? Oh, that was completely an accident. You know how much that was an accident. You're asking me to plug this in somewhere, right?
You're lucky it's not much of a mess.
And just remind you that it's all non-intentional.
This is a high quality song.
Five away from making all that.
Alright, bro, it's charging in our room. Alright, guys, let's get back on the roll of things.
Oh, hello there. Oh, hello there.
Something weird about that Hillary house. I don't know about the orange or some the crushed pineapple. Something weird about it. It don't taste right. It tastes different. It don't taste right at all. I think it might.
Oranges.
Huh?
The oranges.
It's like a weird tasting.
You told me the metal one don't have coconut.
Metal one, it does
The
not.
big metal one, right?
Yeah.
It had coconut.
You get the wrong bow.
No, I got the big metal one out and then I put it back.
What is going on here?
So apparently,
Yeah, you got the
for
wrong one
Days
here.
Gone, they're always suggesting to use a controller with the game.
Unless you put it straight in there yourself.
I put cherries in it.
This one's not no coconut.
Okay,
Sure.
hooking
I
the controller
make
to my
sure.
USB hub.
Mmm. Looks like coconut to me. But the oranges are different. Probably because they're not mango. Definitely coconut in there.
How the? I love how one.
Who knows?
Also, that sour cream I took when sour cream there, both had coconut in it.
I don't know.
Oh, there we go.
But yeah, the cooling, no kind of crud about it. Definitely, this cooling pad is definitely keeping my laptop from just warmth.
One thing we have food, and some people don't. Some people can't go hungry this time of year. Alright, thank you God for food.
Yes, amen to that.
Amen to that.
Why not that there?
What's your problem now?
Unless it's a raccoon or possum on the
What is
roof, I
going
heard
up
something
there?
back that way.
Could be either one.
Don't mess with them. Don't mess with them, and they don't mess with you.
They're wild animals. They're not
Hey,
animals.
dude, I can tell you're loud.
Definitely don't mess with them.
It's that basic of a rule. Don't mess with
Dude,
them,
if I
and they won't mess
completely
with
hear
you.
with them with my headset's on right now, it means you're loud.
The reason why the CPU usage is up that way, and just take this into account that the only reason why the CPU usage is like this is because, you know, there are other kind of game installs happening in the background. Let's see, there doesn't seem like there's any kind of way for there to be benchmarking, so...
Oh, 2 creepers and a zombie. Yeah, fuck that.
Now, guys, if the game does
I
in
ain't
fact
about
get,
that.
like, any kind of performance difference, I'm gonna have to think of something. I would have to close up the game just to have it, reopened up,
Oh.
at a later time.
I have to think of a way to get over there.
She's burning up.
Let's see, but it might be blocked in.
She's doing this.
Yeah, I think so. I have to literally run through there.
Stupid. This little kid. This little kid.
Big goddamn knife. Hey, help me.
Shit.
Hey, Mom. You want me to come through? We gotta get to the roof, flag down one of those choppers. Wait, we need help. She's been wounded.
What's wrong with her?
Well, she's not. Whatever the hell's going on out there, she's been stabbed.
Can't take anymore.
Oh, okay. Listen up, Brian.
Damn it.
If we don't get her to a hospital, she's going to die.
Oh, that was annoying as fuck. There's no way I was gonna get out of there alive.
You got triage, you got a mass unit.
The only way I could have is if I just ran back through again and I took a little bit damage. Like, I probably should have just done that. But then again, I probably should have went full health first, run in there, put down twist, and run back out.
Wait, okay? I can only take 2 of you,
Well, fuck those zombies. Bitch ass pieces of shit.
Come on, help me, come on.
That was like the only death I had so far in this world.
It's okay.
Could have probably went for a I could have just played a no death streak, but no, dumbass zombies had to get in the way of that.
Okay, Boozer, let's go.
I feel like I don't destroy the fucking
gotta get
spawn
out of this
out
place.
of rage.
There's only room for 2.
Dumbass piece of shit.
Out of rage, listen to him.
No! Man, what the fuck?
That's it, destroy it. Thumbs down. Take it out.
Why do you have my shit?
Ah, deep, huh? Kill him.
I'm surprised you're not playing the game I got you on Steam, Pro.
No, he had to play his stuff.
He's never gonna make it.
I am so.
Well, it's a game that was within his Steam wish list.
Yeah, you know. He's gonna do his dailies first. That's exactly what I heard him say. That could be why he's not playing the game, you know.
Coming?
Really doing dailies.
I'm already done with dailies. I'm just doing Minecraft.
Minecraft don't have daily stuff?
Nope.
Okay.
Yo, thank you for the
Why would I
3
know?
months subscription and cap. You didn't have to. But thank you so much. Much appreciated. Yo, I just got 13. The coincidence.
What did you do?
Cat add 13 again, damn. The fact that this is the second zombie spawner I found. Anyways, Kat, how has your Christmas been? Ben Guardian Engagement all day. Hot damn. I did 3 chunks of mains this week already today. And like tomorrow I'm thinking I can still push it back to like near the end of this week, just doing the rest of the current events for everyone who live stream. There should be enough content for that.
What happened here? I mean, who did this? Was it Rivers?
Besides, I could just play it in this mode or play the new game that my brother got me, which is A Hat in Time. I can also do that. And then like sometime next week, I'm gonna be doing an entire stream dedicated to Kirby.
Okay.
Kirby.
Oh, I forgot to change the very thing on Twitch from just talking to Days Gone.
What's up, Jason? How you doing? I'm doing okay. How are you? I got half of the characters at level 70. I've been busy. Damn, man. But dude, here's the thing. It like getting from level 80 to 90 is actually the longest one of all. Let me tell you. You think if you think it was hard getting your characters to level 70, it'll be even harder doing it to level 90. Oh my! No! No!
Oh, brother.
Oh great! Suddenly both the earbuds wanted to charge all of a sudden. So I have to look at the instructions, guys, to see how to properly shut off these earbuds. Okay, so according to instructions, if they ever say battery low and you want to charge them at all, they'll just automatically shut off.
Into my fate with Parmesan or then paying with real money. I mean, you'd assume so.
All right, guys, let's get let's get
you
back
would
into
think so.
Days Gone.
I go for their thing route or spend money. I mean, I only spend like $5 on Genshin a month, and that's about it. Just for like the daily 90 content. And like, it's $5. Who's gonna complain about $5 being spent once a month on one game?
If only Wizard 101 were still like that. But sadly, they went to their dogs.
If you got $60 right now, you can buy it a whole year. That makes it $5 a month.
Yeah, well, I already got Red Dead 2, and...
That's not my problem.
I already got a whole, just...
Well,
like...
I just started getting
Still, it just seems like Wizard... It just seems, in my opinion, that King's Out, even with their yearly thing, seems a bit... scam-like.
I'm grinding for
You
items.
just said it ain't bad spending $5.
Like,
well, right
I
now
know
you
if
can
said
get it
that
for
will
$5.
also
I
do
just
them
told
well
you.
in the way that I'll be using them.
What?
Or pirate.
For a monthly?
How's it going? Is
You
that
buy it a whole year.
I literally
for
need one
$60,
artifact to have
and
HP
that comes out to
percentage,
$5 a
so I
month.
can build it up. Right now I'm building up the hat.
You gotta
I'm
have
nearly
60
done with
bucks.
building up in levels.
To me,
And
I
I'll
already
be
kind of
going
went
on to one
for
of the
some
3 other
Steam
people,
deals
which is like
and
the Feather Sands
Gamekeeper, a deal that
And I think
Ubisoft
it's like the
somehow
Velvet
just
one
didn't
that-
do for
that
the game.
refuses to
All I
be-
do
I
is
thought
just
it
redeem the
said
game
Velvet
key
that
to my
refuses to be
Ubisoft
at
account
HP
just to activate the more
base stat,
complete
and I'm trying to
edition
get
that
that.
wasn't being discounted on Dell,
like,
but
come
luckily the
on.
game key was heavily
It shouldn't be
discounted.
that hard to get HP on base stats. Like, it's so much more easier to get defense, and that's why I don't mind. doing with
Sorry guys
defense
that you guys have seen
artifacts,
of how this
because
game
I
is.
know
I'm
that
just seeing
I ever
if
get good,
I
I
were...
can build off the
Dang,
defense.
put it down to
It's easy
720p
to
and
build
things
artifacts
are a bit
one day.
slow and better.
Yeah, most of them are.
Please excuse the very resolution.
It's like no problem. It's like no problem at all.
If I felt to, guys, I could just...
It's all the way up there.
Actually, you know what, I may as well just do that now. I'm gonna alt tab, and I'm gonna put some things on. I'm just gonna have to toss some things onto my TV as an external display. Just resize the game 720p. So yeah, instead of I'll possibly get down to Red Dead. It's just I wanted to get
Actually, I'll probably just leave that there.
Days Gone first, and
I
then
can
we'll
just find water
then
somewhere
from a apocalyptic USA, we'll be going to USA even before people could even think of an apocalypse, which is back in the times
There we go.
of the late 1800s.
Oh, hello there, skeleton.
Yes, what in the world is going on over there?
Oh, Mom's making all kinds of noise in the kitchen today.
Oh, hello there.
What's in that air on the roof?
Well, I can't do nothing about that. It could be a fat cat, too, for all I know.
But-
And he then climbs up their tree and get off on our roof or their roof. No way to stop him. As long as it don't make it leak, I don't care. So there's a little noise for a moment. It'll get off.
Turn the ham up.
Okay, oh, it said wrap it tightly in foil and put it in a Ziploc. That's what it said for storage. And don't
I
leave it
did,
sit down for too long.
more. I used 90/20 resin today.
Should
Damn.
last 3 to 4
I mean,
days.
that's
they
how it
say.
is. When it comes on to maxing
want me to
out 4
take it for lunch
characters, it shouldn't be
tomorrow?
that hard. But after starting to build up other characters, then you need to start doing the XP and
Hello.
more ley lines.
Thinking.
Okay.
No.
Let's see here.
And you're
So
worried about how much it
um,
was. There's still plenty left. Yeah, just you complain. I asked everyone, except Jonathan, who doesn't care probably. That's what I figured anyway. He would just say, "Oh, what do I care?"
I've just been watching Popo since January this year, almost a year.
Yeah, almost, ain't it?
Oh, excuse me guys for, Okay, I did
Oh,
that.
damn it. I have no more storage. Well, I guess I'll have to use some of these blanks. What's up, Spirit Oda? How you doing? What shaders you use on Minecraft? Oh, these are Iris. I mean, if you want to use these, you can definitely use them. It's easy. Video settings, shade packs. See, it says shoulders, vibrant shaders, but let me just save and quit for a second.
Okay, for some
I just
strange
opened,
reason, the
Minecraft
encoder
Minecraft.
got a little bit overloaded for some reason.
Okay.
I'm hitting quit on
There
this,
was no crash.
not because
All you
of
have to do is
certain,
look up
anime
Iris
girl
and
being like
Sonia,
that.
or just
But
Iris
I only
shader.
did that just
Look
to
up,
see if it would
Iris
help
shaders,
at all
for Minecraft,
with
Java,
our
and
performance.
you should get like the latest ones for like 1.20. You can download and install them. I forgot how I set it up.
According
Once
to
you have the
OBS,
Sunshine
for
in
some
Java,
strange
you
let's
can
see
do
here.
this,
The
start playing,
hold
and
up.
then it basically
The
turns
encoder's not even
Minecraft
overloaded,
from UCC
but yet the
and
game
gives it
capture that
more
I'm seeing,
shading and
it's
animation.
not for some reason picking it up.
Hey, Vopro, you know why there isn't any
It's good. This, jeez, this is gonna be annoying.
Goes on cheese pizza. Well, it's more like asking, do you want a cheese? It's more like asking if you want pepperoni toppings or just a plain pizza.
If I go up to display right here, on displays, as you can see, we're on full screen. But let's just say that if I were to go to the desktop capture mode, sure, I could then just, slightly move the desktop capture and all that.
Well, it's good that I'm not gonna sub your opinion, Speed Oda. Because I ship those two. I did hear, like, this is a rumor, not
Possibly
any,
I'll get better performance at a time that's not as recording or streaming. I really don't know why the game is having such behaviors.
The rumor is that Vegeta will be the first playable character besides Aether that'll be actually journeying around Tibet with Aether.
I'm putting this down like this because
so far in Tibet,
it seems like in order for you guys to see, I'll have to do just display capture
Vegeta will be the first one to be traveling with
and
Aether.
just go like
So
that.
it'll
I'll
be
have to
Aether, Vegeta,
recorrect
and Paimon.
the very basic display capture when I can.
And
Sorry there's so much
obviously,
blackness, I just want to do a very simple kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I did wonder what rain is like.
Like I said, the
shaders,
performance
yeah.
would possibly be better if I were not, downloading and installing so much, and at the same time, well, sometimes, recording or even live streaming a game, even with this gaming laptop, like some people are like, oh, it shouldn't take a performance hit, but sometimes it gets me to really think about the difference. Wait. Let's go hunt this mother F.
It's not even. Hot damn! It's not even the next day yet. I'd say it looks kind of. It's kind of looks pointless asking about, but you're kind of right. He's not getting Nabia. I somehow forgot there's one character that shoots bubble and heal. Creator. Shoots out bubble and heal. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no character I know in Genshin that shoots out a bubble and heals. Excuse me.
So where the hell do we track shit anyway?
I got a business a proposal for you detail will come later. Okay.
Wait. Come this way. Tracks are fresh.
Do you name... What? What do you... Are you asking if I name something? Or
But yeah, if I built some guys, I would literally copy the very like DXPK configuration from that I have in my GG4 Complete Edition directory, and I may paste it in here because there's one line that I do think is quite interesting, and it's just that for some reason they said that some games may think that DXPK is some kind of Intel calls and all that, and thus, you know, performance for some strange reason would not be as great as it would be with a setup that we have an NVIDIA card, and you'd have to just have one thing to just allow something that would pretty much help the very game know that yes, it's an NVIDIA card doing Vulkan calls
I do need to put more
instead of DirectX calls.
Son of a bitch can't aim that.
Also, if anyone wonders if the shaders for I'm using right now for Java Minecraft are free, yes they are.
A lot of blood. It's not getting far. Come on.
I'm pretty sure you can donate to the developers, but basically it's free. But I do recommend having a laptop that's a gaming laptop. Only the oldest it can be is like maybe a few years old. But you have to have an NVIDIA graphics card for this for it to run smoothly. And stream/record with it. Other than that, you can barely run this.
Thanks, Sam Wolfie, for saying about my wallpaper there. Wait, do you mean the chibi version of me kind of drawing? Or do you mean the anime girls?
Like, the laptop, computer, or tablet, or phone of yours has to be, like, said to be for gaming in order for you to run. Actually, then again, it's only a PC and a laptop thing since Java cannot be on tablet or phone. It has to be on something that has Ethernet ports. Also, I'm actually today I got a 1 terabyte storage drive. So basically, I'm not.
Dang, he's not messing around.
External drives. Instead, I'm gonna be using them for like storage for like photos and videos. And for gaming, I'll have it in my internal storage because it's actually not that hard to clone a drive. Also, like, it's not that hard to change out a SSD from a laptop. These guys' characters' names were so hard. That shoots bows and heals every character. Oh, wait! Wait, are you talking about Barapara? Yeah, she's not. I thought you were talking about like a 5-star, but not. I think you're talking about Barapara. She's the
I
only
think
one
there was an
that I think
autosave
that
point,
looks like
so
she shoots out
I would like to
bubbles,
go to
and
continue
she
with this,
heals
but
everyone.
because of how things are with
I
downloading
was
and stalling,
confused.
I'd
You
rather
should
just
specify whether she was a
continue
4-star or
further.
5-star. Then
It-
I would have been able to tell you.
Like,
'Cause
continue
I know
further
every
after
4
getting
and
so
5
much
star off the
things,
back of
like,
my
you know,
hand.
downloaded and installed.
That's how much I like Genshin Impact. That's why I said the character who shoots out bubbles. Yeah, but you didn't say whether she was a 4-star or 5-star. If it was a 5-star, I'd be like, the only one that is closest to a bubble is Mona, but she doesn't heal unless you give her a catalyst that allows her to heal. Which I've made healing Mona before.
Okay, I'm just having a fresh tab open for this thing.
It's okay. It's okay, Jay. You don't have to apologize for that. You could just learn from your mistake and make sure to be more specific next time.
Let's see here. So, according to this, it says, I would could have been for Grand Theft Auto 5. So, Rockstar Games canceled 8 GTA 5 storage DLCs, including Michael, Franklin, Trevor, and Liberty City expansions to focus on GTA Online.
Also, like, if
I
you
feel
don't
like
keep up to
Rockstar's
date with
robbed
Genshin
us.
and Starro news via social media, then I want to tell y'all that there's gonna be soon a new 4-star male character that is a Pyro Claymore user. And he'll be coming out in the next patch. His name, if you are an English speaker, will seem like gaming. Like, his name is literally, it can be read as gaming. But, since we all know it's more of a, like, Chinese/Japanese name, you know that it's actually Gaming. Like, Gaming. But mostly everyone's like, nah, man, I don't know what you mean by that. His name is Gaming. And, like, everyone was, like, going crazy when they released it. They're like, holy shit, did they do what we think they did? They literally named a character Gaming? Like, nah, man, they actually did, but it's hilarious. Nonetheless. Though, you could, like I said, you could take it as they named him that. If you want to.
But yeah, guys, pretty much, it just seems like...
What do you mean Genshin is... what do you mean Genshin is...
pretty much, guys, it seems
oh,
like...
no, was boring.
You know, that
I mean, that's all
basically...
up to you.
Rockstar has completely just... Yeah, because of GTA 5 leaks, people are just outraged that Grand Theft Auto 5
basically
like wasn't ever like people are seeing now that, oh shoot, Rockstar could have made a DLC of like what was happening before the beginning of the game, like the story of Bram and all that.
Egotistical asshole.
And a DLC where you'd be going back to Liberty City, where I guess they would definitely have to make sure to have
Because he
amends
literally
to
thinks-
have
he literally
Nico
thinks that
in
it's his job to
GTA
make
5,
sure to teach
Nico
people who are
Bellic and
stupid,
Roman. I'm
or
guessing
well,
in
considered to be
GTA 5,
stupid.
like the latest update kind of things of GTA 5. Agent Traverse,
And the
like,
worst
look at
part
all
is that,
this.
although her
It's
type
very
is
disappointing that
somewhat
Rockstar
annoying,
has just
imagine
ditched this in
someone-
the favor
imagine
of.
her, but way more annoying.
Why they
and
couldn't
that's
even do it in
basically
GTA
him.
Online.
Because basically, this guy is also
It's just a little bit
in
upsetting,
the-
guys.
I forgot what their group is called, like the smart people group or something. I literally forgot what group Herta is in.
I'm gonna pause the. Let's see here. What could. I'm gonna be pulling up Task Manager to see what's really causing the.
Oh yeah, Genius
You know,
Society.
the
I
high
would say. I
CPU
just not remember.
usage
He's a
rates.
Genius Society member, but he's such a dick. When I heard that he'll be a 5-star, I'll be like, oh, it's not gonna be hard to skip on him. And then when I heard that we would be getting him for free if he had kids, I'm like, fuck! I was really saying that in like anger, like, come on. You usually would probably hear me say that if, like, you know, they're making it hard for me to, you know, pull for a character. But it's more like this time they're forcing me to take a character I hate. I already hate.
So, I'm pausing the Grand Theft Auto 5 download to allow the Watch Dogs download. But
the thing is that the only
the
reason why
thing
you're
here
gonna
is
be
I'm
getting
wondering
this
what's
character
taking,
if you have
what
kids, is 'cause
has
this
been taking a
asshole
whole
thinks
bunch
that
of CPU
he's
power.
so nice for letting you have them for free. Like, shut the fuck up. If it really was that much of a gift, you shouldn't be making it sound like I should be grateful. Like, I really want to see Kalis go up to that guy and just punch him in the face. If they can make an event specifically
here.
for the angle,
I minimize.
to punch him in the
Okay,
face, I'll be
so.
satisfied.
See,
I'll be like,
for
yes,
some
this
reason,
is worth it.
Ubisoft moved the downloads that we're doing
And if
to
they
our
make him an
screen.
in-game boss, I would love to destroy
Let's see
that
here,
guy
how
every
much
single
faster
time.
would.
I jump or so 50
Oh, wow.
away from me for a kill.
So,
but
yeah,
I ain't about to turn down
hmm.
kicking the ass out of some egotistical dick.
So. Okay, so I'm gonna change the focus of the stream from Days Gone to Watch Dogs.
It is hot.
If only there was like a category that could say various games.
Yes, indeed. For all those who are also into Kakros. Indeed. I mean, I built up Lynette for a reason. Like, I didn't fully build her, but I do have her at level
Well,
90.
just for you guys viewing pleasure, I'll just drag it down here so you guys can see how much progress there's left
I
of
already
this.
figured it out that it basically takes like literally.
So yes,
1
everything
week-
everything
it
on
takes, like,
Steam
1 to
is
2
done
weeks
being
of
moved
pure
and
grinding for one
installed.
specific character to get them all the way up from get them from 0 to 90th level. It just takes that much of grinding
So,
for one character.
and there's a little bit more room on the
Oh, I found an
gaming
Amethyst Geode.
partition of the SSD.
Good job at reaching 138 followers. Thank you so much.
Like, if I really wanted to, guys, I could. Like, there's one game I had in mind that, you know, like,
What's your
there's another
opinion,
one I
please?
had in mind that could store in the SSD because it's more
honestly-
preferred to. But I'd
I
rather
think
be
fur-
doing
I
it
think
like
furries are
once
cool
all
and amazing.
once all these ones are just
I
done with being
really
installed,
nothing
and
against
if
furries.
any mods are
In
needed,
fact,
that the mods are
I
dealt
would not be
with.
surprised if future me from a few years from now will actually consider himself fully a furry. I would not be surprised about that. Because I already think of myself so much alike with cats that I already consider myself half cat. So I wouldn't be surprised if future me is like saying, nah man, I'm full cat. And besides, furries are like as long as your furry costume doesn't look like a fucking sports mascot costume, where you're gonna scare the ever loving shit out of me, because for some reason I've always had a fear of them. If you don't have that type of costume, then like you have a pretty dope hobby. Not gonna lie, being a furry is like cool.
You know what, guys? While we're
Because like for all those who
there's
put
gonna
time
be a little
dedication
bit time
to
there,
being
so
furry, like
how about
I
we
can
load
see
up
why.
this?
Like,
Let's
it's
see
not
here.
that is
Where is
very
it?
cool and awesome.
There's no. Aha,
Like,
here it
hats
is.
off to them.
This is the currently. Let's see. Let me just load this up.
Friends to play with. You can get level 0 to 90 in less than a week. No, speed order. What I mean is that level is from 0 to 90 from 1 to 2 weeks. I said 1 week, like 1 to 2 weeks. But what I'm saying is that this is when I literally have like 8 characters that I can just swap out artifacts with, and I can just have 2 teams of characters ready in like a snap. Like that's how quickly I can get 2 different teams ready just to kick ass. I say 1 to 2 weeks because it depends on if you want to grind 1 week specifically on HP, books, and Mora, and the next week on getting their skill materials. Like 1 week will have to. It usually takes 3 days in order to get all of the essential materials from someone's boss. Like literally 3 days for boss jobs. If you're at like adventure rank 50 or 55. But yeah, but if you're any adventure rank lower than that, then it takes a bit more time. It takes only about 4 days to get as many. Like it takes about like 4 days or a whole week in order to get the regional specialties you need for a character. If you're only getting it from your world, but if you're getting it from anyone else's world, if you're going to more than one world for one character, you can get all of it done. Like you need at least 2 to 3 worlds worth of regional specialties to get a character done with, like all the way done with. You don't need to get their original specialty anymore. That does remind me that gaming will be needing the seashells that Yelon and Tatalia will be having. Also, I did hear that, you know, for those of you who know Tatalia, as in the Fatui Harbinger, I did hear that the actual way you pronounce his name is Tatalia. Since he is from like Germany or whatever, I forgot like if he's like German or whatnot. Like whatever nationality is based upon, and that's how they actually would pronounce the name. So if you want to pronounce his name as accurately as possible from where he comes from, then it's Tatalia. I just saving more Parmesan onto my intertwined fates.
That's going like, eh?
For me, I'm saving my Parmesans. I'm saving my intertwined fates for like Xiao, for when he comes out in the next patch, which will be sometime halfway through January next month, or sometime during the beginning of February. Well, one more block just in case that dick would like to help with my fucking props.
I don't blame him for trying to do
I know you will hop onto it,
that.
you jerk, you stupid traitor. It's not to source, trust me, bro. Search it up on YouTube. Search up on how you properly pronounce Tatalia there. All of a sudden, I was starting to choke. I could literally just put it right here on screen.
Yeah, let's just say that she is definitely so tough girl and not even a feminist at all.
How to pronounce?
There are certain, you know, girl anime characters in history that are definitely indeed like, yeah, pretty much one of those tough, strong female characters without having to put without, well, you know, certain very rough edges.
If you really want a link to this video, then this is the link to the video. Oh, I know what the voice actor says it. Like the voice actor, I literally heard Tatalia say his name before. But then again,
There with that hand.
okay, it's buffering right now probably because I have like Minecraft open. But yeah, I'm just saying based off of. Oh. Oh! Did I accidentally click the wrong key? Honestly. I'm just showing you what someone says on YouTube on how to actually pronounce it. So I'm pretty sure if it kind of be Tatataglia or Tatalia, either way, you're mostly pronouncing it. Well, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. That pretty much he installed a shield onto his robot into somewhere near his battery.
You're severely lucky if you get her within like 10 holes. Okay, here it is. Minecraft isn't responding. Okay, I'll just turn off the VTuber thing then.
He's joking around. XR is just joking around with him now.
See ya, JJ. Thank you so much for stopping by.
I'm not looting. I'm looking for his auxiliary reboot switch. Have the buttons on the front.
Bazooka. So you're the one who took on Duck's story.
Somebody has to.
You leave law enforcement to the pros, little lady.
This bot needs a recharge before his memory files are lost. I've got a charger back at my place.
Which way?
To the bad side of town.
Can you be more specific?
Turn left. Welcome to the bedhouse.
Sarcasm. And it went so young.
Let's get to work.
You said you had a charger.
Duh. I keep it out in the open. Do you know how many unibugs this thing would get on the black market?
A child should leave it
This is trade world.
Yeah, basically saying that so much of trade world kind of made her tougher.
Not if you're fancy robots.
So, Android. Bangs, nice exoskins. That synthetic acting excels.
I'm not an android, I'm adopted.
Blah.
Remind me of my father. You have his eyes. CT-72 series? Now I'm an orphan again, thanks to the energy vampire.
Hey, what's this?
Oh great, XR is in a way having a, in a way.
Get away from that! It emits a power absorption field. I use on that energy vampire, but it doesn't have any effect on it.
Tell me about it. Like the randometer thing. Why didn't I see it coming? Because you heard of it before? Possibly.
Randometer. Duh. Land was randometer to finish him off. That's what it takes.
What's your plan?
Find him. Slay.
An attack without a plan is a plan for failure.
No, here's one for you. Sitting around talking doesn't stop the bot.
Yeah, Jay, this is something that this is one of the episodes of a show that Disney Pixar for some stupid reason has not ever made an official Blu-ray set for or anything. So the only thing the fans can do is just take their highest quality VHS rips, upload them to the internet, and hopefully, you know, there's some people that would have powerful enough computers that could do it. You know, powered up computers that could do their best with the high quality rips to make them into high definition. But of course, how I have 2 or 3 media players set up, where hopefully it is in fact upskilling it for you guys and doing the best it can, as well as, you know, taking away any kind of unneeded duplicate frames and making fresh frames to be at 60 frames a second instead of whatever original frames there are at. I'm just playing this while waiting for the first Watch Dogs to be available. Actually, let me just check on that. Let's see here. What? Okay. So yes, Jay, I am a part of certain kind of communities of this show, and yes, on the basically you can download this very high quality rip that's like someone bought the one of the Buzzsaw Circman high quality, you know, Times Forgotten sets, and they just over time made these high quality DVD rips. And the DVDs hold the highest quality VHS rips, so it's high quality VHS put on the DVD, but then this person, of course, did the best they could to rip and encode them into these high quality MKB files to hopefully have the best of the series. Until Disney finally feels to speak to the public of their past mistakes of not taking shows of their past and making you know, high definition versions of the shows. So in a way, you'd have to be searching around the net and as well as be a part of certain communities to get a hold of, you know, some of the high quality things.
New crystallic fusion reactor to go online today. Sure, he's not going to be for his trade world finals. He'll go for the main reactor. When he does, I'm going to reverse the flux the gravimetric particles and suck all the power out of him. My plan was to hit him while he's distracted by the swimsuit competition. Tell him he's a judge. He's here.
Basically, nothing in modern day Disney could ever try to touch what they did. Because if I recall here, they made the show way back. They made the show still during the time of Pixar being at its heights. And, you know, then they had a show basically starting to air in the early 2000s. So really, all these episodes, they may have been broadcast and people used the highest quality VHS tapes. Or who, I don't know who exactly had, you know, these certain kind of VHS, you know, highest quality VHS rips, but because of them, over time it's been shared over the internet. But of course, people said to others that even though they're making these kind of rips available to just in case if you like to try to snatch up a complete DVD set as well. But for now, this will definitely suffice. Oh, look at that!
I don't anymore.
Okay, pause this and...
I should probably go and find a horse.
Okay, so now, if I go to Watch Dogs directory, most everything should be good to go. If I remember correctly, I think it's this directory that yeah, this directory right here, Data Win 64. It said that what I'm about to do here is going to be a real game changer. So originally the graphics here, like, let's just say that these graphics will get the game to run at what they were originally supposed to be like during the E3 presentations, but for some strange reason after release they decided to not do it. But basically these files, I pasted in, do the best to help with that. But I think the reason why the CPU usage is like this is because now the complete Watch Dogs 2 is being downloaded and installed. So how about this, guys? How about I may hold off on playing this, but only just to make sure whatever I have left to download and install gets done. And then we'll get into the first Watch Dogs. Oh, she doesn't like hearing that.
Okay, Mr. Planning. What do we do next?
Well, maybe I can bypass the circuits a bit to recharge my suit somehow.
I literally thought this was gonna be gold.
You could learn a thing or two about watching your back.
Who the hell would give you particles?
These are in my soap. With my wallet, my badge, and my paycheck. I gotta get directed to
How hotwired?
He's a kid your age. Know how to hotwire. Yeah,
I learned useful things like how to sell cookies.
Craters. My ranger seat of what must.
Stop by my place. I'll loan you my bazooka.
That is not illegal firearm.
What twist is that?
Breaking the law is never a choice.
This free trade world? There's such a twist.
Nice fight. When does the beverage service start? I get a last meal, don't I? You are the last meal. Oh, you don't want to do that. You know airline food.
No, 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 no.
What are you doing?
Instead of using an illegal weapon, I will construct one using spare parts. Now, do you see a photon gyro trigger anywhere?
I did not expect that.
Well, good, you found one. Oh, this one will do.
I better not have to deal with the stupid ass baby zombie down there.
I'm sorry, son. You can't take on no sport. Well, work on me. I have a plan.
It better be good.
I'm a ranger. Or I was
So hold up, she had that recharging unit, but why hasn't she thought of trying to go to where they are and trying to, well then again those spray 2 enters an exit place, so maybe she hasn't thought of actually recharging her parents only because maybe she think that she and No Spray 2 would have an encounter, like so close to an encounter. And again, she's not really a robot, so
But then there was like a baby zombie, and I'm like, oh shit.
Why don't you pick on somebody your own, Bolton? Might I please have my blend? Is that too much to ask? Really? Is it? I mean, come on. Looks like it is. Put down that Ranger.
Must I hold up. Let me just show you the very folder it's in. What does this tile mean to you, Jay? Look right here. See this right here? Let me just enlarge explore for you. What does this right here tell you? What do these letters tell you? What does the letters of the folder tell you? What show do you think it is? What do you think that each letter stands for, Jay? Well, duh, you only charged them, so they may not remember what they were doing the last time they had a charge. So you're possibly just bringing them back to life after having their files are possibly gone.
What the hell is that Zing B Zing Bai? I don't know how to even pronounce it or what that is. I would not deal with 2 skeletons, fuck that.
They say, oh, don't get stuck on me.
I don't know how to read that or pronounce that, cat.
Yes, Jay, search out BLOSC. See what, and if you're guessing Buzz Lightyear, you could also add that to a search engine.
Maybe there are signs I haven't learned on the streets. Do you think the Junior Space Rangers would take me?
How do you feel about selling monkeys?
The playing in Minecraft with shaders isn't that easy for my laptop when it also comes down to using my 3D model. So in the future, once I have like 2 different things to process on first stream, like I have 1 tower or a laptop for gaming and 1 tower or a laptop for the 3D model, that would be like better for me. So then it's not all having to be processed off the same GPU. Or should I say motherboard?
Oh, would you look at that? Just happen to have it. Lightyear! Pixar! Great job in the energy vampire. Thank you, sir. Wait, I couldn't have done it without sound. All right.
So I'll do my best in this world to keep this world for like a few years, or like, you know, for this to be my, if I want to do Minecraft, I don't mind doing it by myself, or with one other person, then I'll be doing this world.
What does that symbol even in the credits tell you?
To see how much progress I can get with it.
I'm telling you, bro, this is just what it shows that it's sad that Disney hasn't made anything official with it. Or Pixar.
So you grind levels out. Like, I literally know how to. In fact, I could just do that right now. I need to just get... I just need to have... one hopper and one chest. Or actually, a large chest will be better. Yeah, I just need one hopper and a large chest in order to make this spawning station. Well, a few stairs, because I know we'll definitely be needing stairs. I'm muted? Oh, hold
on. No. This series was basically made when Pixar was both in production of Toy Story 2. So both this show and Toy Story 2 were being made, and what they kind of conclude, one thing that definitely brings this answer into spotlight is that if you were to,
because they're being loud.
if you guys were to like here's the thing that shows of when the series was made. I'll get back to this episode, but for me, because I'm such a fan of the show, I do in fact have. I'll just open up the. Let's see here. TV
also,
shows.
we're now in Minecraft Java, and I think it also goes
Okay.
to Bedrock. If you were to play Minecraft during this time, then you'll be seeing. You'll be seeing chests as presents.
So here's like an upscale remake that someone did. Whoa. Hold on, let me just bring down the volume, guys.
I think what this was for is I think that it's your gift. The coffee. You have no idea.
Neither.
Because it should say in the thing.
It's about time.
What?
You get the coffee out.
All the way up on top of it. Usually do it.
Look at that. Okay, so here's the thing that kind of shows when this shows what time in the late in the mid to late 90s that this was being made.
Yeah, to make a large chest.
Wait.
Let me take a look.
This is for the grinding station. This is for an auto cooking station.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. See at the far right? Right there is Jessie. She doesn't have any voice at all in this film, which means that, yes, they were making this show and Toy Story 2 at possibly the same time. But the reason why Jessie is not having any kind of voice at all is not because, oh, they didn't pay the voice actor or anything or whatever you could think of. It's only because at the time they made this, they had no voice actor for her yet. So this means that the very show was being made around the time that Toy Story 2 was also being made. And that's the reason why every single... that's why in this pilot and in any of the, intros of the show have so many of the toys together, but not really much voice. Because whatever toy is being shown in the episodes and the pilots are literally characters that they were already have rendered around the time that Toy Story 2 was also being done. But then, but just to kind of have people not being
But John
surprised
Deborah,
of
you
Toy
can't
Story
just
2
grab the
coming
items
because
anymore
they
and
say,
you get
oh,
XP.
what's this
That
character?
was
They would
fine,
have this
so they
show
only dropped it,
being,
but I guess-
you know,
I guess
done.
they took that away.
Like, they had this show going out before Toy Story 2. People
way
would be
to
questioning
fix
about,
that is
oh wow,
by
look at these characters here. Oh
making
look, it's finally
sticks.
voiced in this movie. But no, they, you know.
Putting a stick down,
So
put a
basically,
cobblestone
yes,
down,
this.
switch that over, cobblestone underneath the stick, make it lever.
So let's get back to the very episode.
Put this lever next to the
I said
hopper
we're just
underneath
watching
the furnace.
this
How
kind
you
of
switch
classic
the hopper
show
underneath, or
while
just
waiting
lever
for,
underneath the
you know,
hopper
cases being
that
installed.
fills in the source right there. You turn that off. As Z is right now holding it. If I turn that back on, it actually sucks in. So at the very end, when this is done cooking, you're gonna hit the lever, destroy the furnace. You'll be able to get the fuel source and the stove itself. And you can easily put that back down without having to go through the chest or hopper just to get those two back.
The what?
That's the switch you hit on the tonight. And there can go.
So Jay or anyone else who's watching, you can basically get the
for
very
some
same high
reason
quality
in,
things that I have if you were just to type in Bellstar Star
Yeah,
Command
but-
Internet Archive, and within the search results there should be something that pops up about Bellstar Star Command, you know, high definition, you know, quality VHS rips. But really, they're just, you know, highest quality standard definition
Like
rips.
there's 30 seconds to last characters. Those are
I'm
the
just
ones
playing through a
that
player
might-
that I
was making
kind of
you
have
like,
set up
I don't
to
know
do its
about
best
that.
to
And I don't know
upscale
what
and
they- I
get
don't remember
any
what they
kind of
say,
standard
but I'm
definition things
But it's
to
probably
look
because,
best in
like, what
HD.
they would have said if you were to only put those two characters together in English. But I don't know what he said.
Guys, my Bluetooth earbuds just finished charging again, so I'm gonna
You're getting loud.
I'm gonna have these pair.
Okay, so I found like 2 zombie spawners down here, which is crazy. But we'll be only going to one of them right now. One of them is down there to the left, one is right here. So for this, you want to have this area a 4x4. You want it to be a 4x4 area. Like at right here, the spawner, up, down, left, and right. It has to be a 4x4. So basically, exactly how you will make a crop farm in this game if you were to take advantages to one block of water, but in like a, you know, 3D version instead of just a 2D plane. With this shaders pack though, you don't see yourself mining a chest. You just pick it up like that. You don't see the mining animation. That's one of the things you have to deal with when having this texture pack on.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some dessert.
What dessert?
The whatever's left of the chocolate bar.
Chocolate bar? Because nobody took out the chocolate pie, so it takes forever for it to frost.
Two. Three.
What are you talking about?
This will be 4 down. I most likely will have to go back to get another pickaxe, but I should
You
make
can't
like 2
thaw it
down.
any quicker.
Okay, I got the chocolate one out.
It tells you on the box it takes a long time.
That's right.
Read it yourself.
And now I have gravel.
wants
There we
instructions
go.
to be able to put into an oven for some reason.
Yeah,
I
it probably needs to
need
get
go
put in
two
the
more
oven
iron
then.
pickaxes.
I mean, the pumpkin?
Yeah. This takes a long
I'd
time
ask
on
your
your
mom,
own.
but it's
Unless you
probably
have
what
like
it
an
means.
efficiency 5 pickaxe.
But the chocolate one says, do not microwave and just let it thaw.
Yeah, for how long?
It's uncertain.
What do you mean it's uncertain?
Wait, rewind on that. Thaw each slice on a plate. A quick serve by, if you want to serve the entire pie, not just by a slice, you have to thaw this pie in a refrigerator at least 2 hours. That's for your chocolate one.
Yeah.
You're looking at 10 p.m.
That's right.
Do you really want to or not?
I don't know. Don't matter to me, but I hope everybody's fair about it and don't take a bunch of extra pieces.
So the chocolate one, I would have to put it in the fridge.
Well, there you go. And now it's stuck in the fridge.
But the pumpkin one, I would have to...
There we go. Now I just have to go back.
Yep. If Mom wants to.
Okay, it's basically saying that once it's up to that kind of heat, that it says bake 65 to 75 minutes. So
there you go. Bake 65 to 75 minutes.
So the highest would be 75 minutes.
Yeah, that makes it 9:24.
So I need to do 2 more this way.
basically it's getting like, huh? An alternate version of me? But of course, our Buzz is considered the actual Buzz, and to him, he's the alternative. As you see, oh, so this is just playable now. Once that's okay, I'm just checking up on the status. So it was just saying of how it was in a state where the game it could be loaded up, but some things were yet to be loaded in. The audience are not caring.
It's Christmas Eve, all who believe Santa is here, but once a year, all girls and boys dream of new toys. Soundly they sleep, wishes to keep, jingling and come hear us sing. It's Christmas Eve, all who believe Santa is here, but once a year, all girls and boys dream of new toys. Soundly they sleep, wishes to keep, jingling and come hear us sing. It's Christmas Eve, all who believe Santa is
Buzz is again that he's talking to the alternative booster. And the alternative one only knows one Buzz, which has...
So that is 4. One, 2, 3. And then this will be 4.
What is it, Bo Pro? Bo Pro, you called out to me, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, my mistake.
What's in the oven?
Pie. Has to be baked.
Which one?
Pumpkin.
I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's just say one confusing thing of this episode is that for some reason, when after Zora suddenly opened up that certain portal to that alternate dimension, you know, their Star Command suddenly seemed to be the same near look as the alternative one, which when I was first watching this episode sometime back, it confused me when like which dimension they were in.
Now I need to go get one more water bucket.
There you go, beep.
I accidentally ran past it again. I should put 2 torches right here so I remember where it is.
Alright, the pumpkin one's in the oven.
So full right there.
Let's see here. Oh, bus. Here comes the Big Mac. The old name, Big. Of course you are, but you're.
1, 2. Three.
Alright, just checking up on.
4.
Okay, so done, and for some reason this says
And now I need a new iron pickaxe.
like JJ5's been paused on the download and install, and I don't. Yeah, Steam. I don't think. Nah, Steam is not downloading or installing anything. So in between the very three things, I don't really see why there's a sudden readjust of when it's playable. So for the time being, I'm just gonna resume download of Grand Theft Auto 5. And of course, like I said, I was only uninstalling GTA 5 just to have it cleanly reinstalled onto the SSD partition that was, earlier to be free. The whatever remaining of the SSD was, partitioned as a, on the SSD. So instead of it being like altogether into, just the Windows C drive kind of partition, is just like a separate partition on the same SSD.
Mine blocks.
So we'll finish up this episode and then we'll swap to doing Watch Dogs 1. You're like a good friend to me, especially. Well, thank you, Jay. It's good that you think of it that way. I unhooked the mouse I was using only because the gaming mouse is finally recharged again.
2, 3, 4. So right here. Huh. So 4, 3. Two, 1. So that's basically right there for just grinding our mobs. Technically, yeah, I could just put a sub right But then again, I could just put a sub right there. And then there'll be... Actually, it's more like I can put some blocks right there. I can put a slab right here. I put right here, and then I can just be attacking them from an angle if I want to. And now I'd be able to go down here to get the rewards. So if I go to get to make some slabs. Just two to be precise.
I see, Jay, but just remember though, hopefully you come back for when we finally get down to gameplay.
What? What? Yeah. Hey dude, can you turn off your webcam for a bit? Or just... If you hear someone coming from behind you, you should probably turn off your face cam, dude.
You talking to Austin? Spirit Aura? He ain't listening.
What is it, Pro? Pro said something?
Turn off your webcam and hear someone walking up behind you.
Ah, damn, that was pretty nice. Ah, I got so many levels right then and there.
Do you even hear anybody with them things on?
Only if there's audio going on.
And the couple deep slates.
Apparently, I still have a little fit over it.
Yeah, you don't want to be on your stream.
To be honest, I could just put like subs down here, so it looks even more badass. Hold on, let me show y'all's. Probably just need like half a stack of slabs. I could get that out of like 16 blocks. the once per Minecraft day where you see the sun shining through, shining onto the cave roof.
Guys, I'm still trying to figure out how to. There's two knobs for this cooling pad of mine. I just don't know which direction to have the knobs at for maximum fan use. Let's see here. What was I about to? Oh yes.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that looks really nice.
Alright guys, I had to switch to this PNG thing because someone has to have a little fit about me having my webcam on.
I wonder if they're walking down the hall. They didn't hear me.
Wait, I just thought of this. Since I think I could use the webcam, but just with the very thing I was doing a little bit earlier. So I'm gonna close off this PNG, and I'm gonna have a purposely blurred view of it.
Just go and look for some molars. What I do need to do is get more coal.
Okay, I'm looking through all my certain ways here. Let's switch that off. And I'm going to add back in the very... Let's see, window capture... Cam... Blurred. Okay. Let's see here. I have to look for... Okay, Discord... Let's see here. I purposely opened up the staff chat just to make use of the very...
Damn, I have them battling for me.
Okay, I'm going to do a pop out, but I'm going to... It seems like just to satisfy one person, that sometimes you have to do so much just to satisfy. Let's see here. I'm trying to resize this window. Okay. You guys may not be able to see the such window though. Alright, so...
See, if I had netherite armor, I wouldn't... If I had all netherite, I wouldn't mind battling all of them, but... Since I'm not that powerful, that's like asking for death. And I'm not about to do that right now.
I have a window capture going on here, and yeah, automatic capture method. Why is it not capturing this the very single window? Let's see here. Move. Yes. Let's see here. Cam. I'm gonna cause I know I could pull up webcam again. Let's see here. Specific window. Let's see here. I can use I can pause. Let's move. Why is it that I can't exactly, like earlier I was able to pull it off, but now I can't? Like doing this, is it? I don't think it's video capture device, is it? Okay, I'm just gonna cancel. Like.
You have to be
wait.
fucking with me.
Properties.
Nope. Nuh-uh. No way.
I'm just gonna put the. Okay, let's see. No, not that kind of capture. Window capture. Just gonna title like that. How is it that it took that much and finally I got the result I wanted? And now you guys will be able to see me without disturbing certain people. Okay, hopefully that's good enough.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I am not doing
that. In this universe, they toss certain theories completely out the window. And that theory is the one where about alternative dimensions or universes. In a way, it's like Miro having a sister. In the alternative selves, XR Sora has a like-minded brother in a way, but of course, a way larger one. Alright, let's...
King of Hearts.
Well, guys, we're swapping from this to what hopefully is still within the stream. And that is... Well, you know, actually having Watch Dogs up. So... So since I have a controller up and all that, oh wow, Ubisoft literally made it to where you can literally press a button on a controller and it'll actually have it loaded.
I'm building now and working on my farms. I spent enough time in the mines.
The mines of Maria. Like, come on, you know what I'm talking about, Volpro. That's the only mines I know of.
Two left, the Queen of Hearts and the King of Spades.
There had to be more of you guys.
Watch Dogs should... Hopefully Watch Dogs doesn't take too long to load up, like it's stored on the very, you know, fresh SSD.
There we go.
Finally loads up. It is because all whatever other processes the SSD is doing.
honestly, right now I could be making
As you see here,
I can make the stuff I need for
we'll be
Infinite
running with
Lava
these kind of
and
settings.
just start my course towards having like a library. First off, buckets of lava. Forgot that the lava was up there.
I think the reason why it's taking so much of time to load is because I think it's because, yeah, the games aren't installing.
Second thing on the list, I need to make a cauldron. Third thing, dripstone and pointed dripstone. Next thing, 4.
Well, due
Trapdoors.
to certain things and all that, I don't know when the. Let's just say that because of
Oh, I already
you
have
guys
a bucket.
may
Damn.
not be able to see this, but
Well, I guess if we have another one for the next
I'll drag
one,
it down for you guys to see.
Next we need something to help us up and down. It'll be the dirt. Dirt, find a good place to actually put this.
Oh, because we launched
should
the
be a
first
nice
Watch
place.
Dogs at pauses, so
Second, space for dripstone, and this is where the block will be. Destroy whatever you accidentally placed down and you then need to put down. Use dirt or whatever block you're using to put onto the sides of the dripstone block.
I think I've live streamed enough for the time being. Once I can actually get, you know, other kinds of games like
After
running
putting
and all
down
that,
dripstones, put down
I'll pull
lava.
this trigger. So thank you guys for
Remove
watching.
dirt
Have
between
a
dirt
merry rest
and
of your
dripstone.
Christmas day,
Put
and if
dripstone
possible,
down.
like
boom,
before
infinite
12
lava.
a.m. I'll stream again.
For
But
at
for
least
now, I'm
one
just gonna
slot.
call it here. So yeah, see you guys.